Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit, but my hands were made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. So won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? Is all I ever had. Redemption songs, redemption songs. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energies, 'cause none of them can stop your times. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say we're just a part of it. We got to fulfill the book. But won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? Is all I ever had. Redemption songs, redemption songs. These songs of freedom, why can't you emancipate yourself? Now I'm gonna do something I haven't done in a long, long time. Yeah. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery, 'cause none but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energies, 'cause none of them can stop your times. How long shall they kill all my prophets while we stand and look? Some say you and I were just a part of it. We got to fulfill the book. Then won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause it is all I ever had. Redemption songs, redemption songs, the songs of freedom, yeah. The songs of freedom. From the bottom of my heart I say the songs of freedom, yeah, 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 yeah. Redemption songs.
wanna write my story, I wanna live my life. I don't want nobody judge me for what they think is right. I wanna get my glory, I wanna fight my fight. I wanna feel at ease every time I close my eyes at night. I wanna write my story, I wanna live my life. I don't want nobody judge me for what they think is right. I wanna get my glory.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
You got it, baby. Give me some, baby. Got ya. Melanin popping, everything firm, nothing ain't dropping on you. All the big heads them watching, 6-figure clocking, but that ain't bothering you. No. Man could have gone on them ways, but them boy go run the place, Watch how your mother pray for you. Look how you're born with flavor, flavor, flavor. Melanin flavor, flavor, flavor. Sign the pen on your paper, paper, paper. Melanin flavor, flavor, flavor. Tell a boy go brave, Yeah, yeah, yeah. Before you hot up the place, Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look how you sweet like bonbon, like sugar in a pot when it brown, brown. You know where you come from, so nobody can take you for clown now. Cause you know what you have is special. So baby, do give it up now, because your mother pray for you. Look how you're born with flavor, flavor, flavor. Melanin flavor, flavor, flavor. Sign the pen on your paper, paper, paper. Melanin flavor, flavor, flavor. Tell a boy go brave, Yeah, yeah, yeah. Before you hot up the place, boy go brave, Yeah, yeah, yeah. Before you hot up the place, Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look how you're born with flavor, flavor, flavor. Melanin flavor, flavor, flavor. Sign the pen on your paper, paper, paper. Melanin flavor, flavor, flavor. Tell a boy go brave, before you hot up the place, Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome back. Welcome to another episode of Island Girl Talk. It's your Island Girls. You know I have to do it, Kems.
I know, but I will smile every time.
I'm Crystal Kane.
I'm Nicole Wong Chong.
Ooh. Who's this? Who's that? Oh, yeah. And we have
Kemba Joe.
the sultry voiced Kemba Joe.
And we are extra sultry today.
Right? So
brought to you by Sahara Dust.
Oh gosh. Oh yeah, high like a kite, huh?
Cool. That I am. So ladies and
like
gentlemen out there, the Sneeze Fest that was happening, there was no way I was going to make it. So I ensure that the sneezing is no more, and I will do my best to be coherent.
Try your best
for these next 2 hours. No, it's it's working though. I have not sneezed.
It's okay. Ooh,
When last year I sneezed?
Actually, about 40 minutes ago.
There you go.
45 minutes ago.
And do you notice the relationship between no sneezing and the sides of my eyes?
Okay, all right.
So that's
there
what's happening here.
We have other things happening.
Let's get back to what's important, John.
I'm sure some of you have, not all of you, because I mean, all your eyes, have seen we have yet another beautiful new face in the building.
Hey.
She goes by the name of Nicole Wong Chong.
Yep.
Yes, all your diversity in all your person.
Yes, for sure. So, of course, as Island Girl Season 2 meanders its way through, right? You can expect to see same old faces, but we got just
new faces as well.
And then a lovely set of new faces coming in and moving its way through. So, of course, don't forget to like,
and
comment, share. Let us know that you're with us.
Like
of course.
the live, send us all your WhatsApp peeps.
Yes,
come on.
Of course, for those of you that would have already seen what we're talking about today, the things to talk. For sure, right? But of course, I could not go any further. All May is almost finished, right? But June is quickly approaching, and it's not just because of a whole bunch of people's birthdays. It is our second anniversary.
Oh gosh. Malik with the sound effects, boy.
It is, of course. So O.U.R Radio is celebrating its second anniversary. And do you remember last year's celebration? We are doing it again. I will be, right? And of course, we're inviting you. We want you to come and celebrate with us our second year anniversary. It's happening on Saturday, June 17th, down at Sound Forge in Mucurapo. All right.
Love Sound Forge.
But of course, it's not just any old. Shout out to Jarrell and Taika, the Jammets.
The Jammets, boy.
They listen. It's an amazing thing that is happening. Get ready to celebrate. We're gonna have games. We're gonna have welcome drinks, guest artist performances, and special presentations, of course, from all of us here at O.U.R Radio. And just like last year, the admission is free $99 before 12 midnight, as long as you're listed, right? So to get listed, be sure that you send us your full names via our WhatsApp 466-4OUR. That's 466-4687, or give us an email party PARTY at OURradio.fm. And of course, keep it locked to O.U.R Radio, as in each program we're going to be announcing the guest artists as we ramp things up, and so much more info on how you and your team can win special hampers and so much more. So come celebrate with us. We turn two. Saturday the 17th of June at Sound Forge.
The terrible Tuesday is always something to talk about.
I like that you put it that way.
Excitement.
I like that you put it that way.
I'm here for it.
Yes.
So, you know.
So you come in?
So I'm there June 17th.
Did you know?
June 17th. So of
but
course,
I'm here. I'm inviting myself.
Very well.
I like that. I like that so
vibes.
very much. So of course, apart from the Sahara dusting, how are y'all beautiful ladies? I had to get us out of the way. Like I didn't want to.
Of course. What I do want to say though, before when we were introducing Nicole, is of course, guys, remember, with new faces come new perspectives, new ideas.
Oh yeah,
you understand?
Oh yeah,
we need to keep things. We need to keep it on edge, spice things up.
Give us the disclaimer.
And Nicole is somebody who does not hold back.
Right,
you understand? Quite
true.
So,
if
ready
you know,
for the
you
things.
know. If you know, yeah.
If you don't know, you're gonna find.
You're about to know.
You're gonna learn.
So weekends, as we speak, I told Chris, but I didn't tell you. So
it's a drama.
Yeah. Okay, so I am actually a mom of a 13-year-old, but that's not the highlight of my weekend.
Strength and power.
Oh Lord. Prayers.
Sorrows.
Sorrows.
So the highlights of my weekend, I am also a dog mom. I'm a plant mom, so you're gonna hear a lot of everything.
All the moms.
But my puppy, who's actually my grandchild, because it really was a gift to my daughter for passing for her first choice. Big up, holy name. Allah.
You're win too. For sure.
So my dog went missing, Tez, on a Saturday night. When I tell you this, I didn't realize that she was literally my emotional support. So
dog.
her name is Winter, but I call her Winter Tequila because I just think that sounds better. I might actually take that stage name, Winter Tequila. Anyway, so she went missing and everyone knew about it. Like streets that I didn't know existed in Belmont, I somehow went up and down, was knocking doors, blah. Fast forward, there were lots of tears, there were lots of quarreling, there was lots of anger, and there was frustration. And it really does tie into the topic today. Forgiveness. My dad was babysitting, and he was taking out the garbage. Homeboy doing his thing, and Miss Winter Tequila happy to be outside mixing. You know when you want to be uptown, when you want to be downtown, but you're uptown. She's a house dog. A house dog always want to go any people and them garbage on the corner. I don't understand. Oh, no. So my dad is much older, and he not here for it. He in the era when dogs is dogs. You have your place. And we place, he would tie the dog and put them. So, that era. And he's like, he said, well, it wasn't home.
Oh, shucks.
He made 2 lap, he said.
Right.
And allegedly he made 2 lap. And Winter was not listening because, of course, she has a mind of her own, and she's a puppy and she's mine. So she's probably very stubborn.
Right. Mm-hmm. Probably. Okay.
And yeah. Mm-hmm. And I reached back home. Homeboy is snoring. I say, sir, where is Winter?
Where's the dog?
Where's the puppy?
¿Dónde está el perrito?
Oh, well, she ran outside. I lost all of my shit was lost.
It's a casual
right there with you.
It's all a casual nature of.
Listen, I am still working on forgiveness.
Oh no!
Still
important question.
Working. She came back.
Thank you.
Oh, praise the Lord and heavens. Everybody, thank you, everybody on Facebook who shared it.
Happy
everybody
endings.
on Instagram. Love y'all. Thank you so much for those who didn't share it.
Aww.
That's okay. Winter came back.
I'm watching
Indeed.
you. Okay.
Winter,
so yeah, that was my weekend. It had a happy ending. Yesterday she came back.
Good.
We don't know how. Somehow Winter is barking at my door and scratching, soaking wet. And I don't even
They always find their way back,
Winter went gallivanting.
Yes, she did.
Right?
Amen.
And
she went and pick up some money.
I'm not having you.
Although I
rebuke you.
It's not funny how it's ironic because I have another friend of mine some years ago. She lost her dog too. Dog ran away and was in a zest down the road.
You see, that's what's in it. I mean, you mightn't want to believe it,
ironically,
Nicole, but
also in Belmont. Ironically, also a house dog. Ironically, also very well taken care of.
She might be an uptowner, but
an actual uptowner.
She be liking them downtown.
They find the dog. Find the dog in a zest with a whole lot of dogs.
Belmont have them packs, Listen, Belmont have packs of like dogs, and they all have their areas.
Yeah.
And you're not to come in my. I have. This is my garbage. That's your garbage.
Yeah. Fight on.
Stay on your side.
I like how you can do dogs. I cannot do dogs. Dogs smell. No matter how much you beat. I mean, they may smell nice and fresh for a day or two, but I cannot handle the dog smell.
But you have cats, no?
I had a couple pet cats in the past.
Right.
One, I don't want to talk about it. One died. But the point is, I'm a cat person, but I am now far and beyond a bird person. I have 2 cockatiels.
It's the birds.
And
the crystal have
listen.
I have 2 parrots. I have 3 parrots.
Birds.
I like that. Just 2 of them.
Just 2 birds.
Sometimes
that's all they need.
Babies.
That's all they need.
Yes, I'm hoping to, but they hate each other. I thought that they would have fell in love and then ignore me. That is at least what the guy told me.
Right.
But the yellow one, who was my first one, just hated me after I brought the white one. Didn't let me touch her anymore. Now I can't touch her just like that. I have to use my pinky through the cage. But the white one, I had her from a baby, and she loves me.
Okay.
Right. She thinks she owns me.
So you see, you mustn't let the birds communicate.
Sibling rivalry already.
The birds had to just know their place.
Look, where y'all taking this conversation?
We talking about birds. We talking about
you
birds.
had to keep the
And
birds in the lane.
Separate. You can't bring them together all the time.
Okay.
For real.
When one bird would have a next bird, problems. Anyway.
How you like to say? Splinters.
Dance mash up. Fine.
Anyway, I can't take all we could veer.
Anyway, but for those of you joining, of course, welcome. And we are Island Girl Talk. Don't forget to like, comment, and share as this time goes on. Of course, we are inviting you to also be part of this because, Chris, you're ready to get into this topic?
Talk the talks,
I feel like it's time.
What we're going to talk about today, ladies?
Forgiveness.
Forgive goodness. Look at Nicole's face already.
She ready. Oh, good.
Already.
Miss Ma'am, I gotta get some cold water for you.
Listen.
She's heated already earlier.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you guys struggle with forgiveness?
Now, this is a big one. There's a big
right
one.
now, let me just disclaimer one time. This is a wide and vast topic. We won't possibly be able to get into all the aspects of it in just one show.
Right.
We may have to do a part 2.
It's true things. It's true things. But we're keeping it contained.
And we're gonna talk about touch on as many aspects as we can. But listen, triggering, There's a triggering topic for me. Let me just tell you.
I've decided that Wednesdays is church and Wednesdays is therapy, all rolled into one.
Wow.
Because the kinds of things that come out, the thoughts, the things that do get brought up and come to the surface. So talk the things. Let's talk about it.
But before we start, I want to give you all an official definition of what forgiveness actually is. Right? And according to the professionals, right, it says
that the Bible.
the Bible has a lot to say about forgiveness, mind you.
Because they understand it's a very human thing. Anyway, definition.
Indeed.
Tell me.
All right. So psychologists generally define forgiveness as a conscious, deliberate decision to release feelings of resentment or vengeance toward a person or group who has harmed you in the past, regardless of whether they actually deserve your forgiveness. That's basically what it is. I like that definition. It was nice and simple.
Decision.
So what you're saying is you intentionally let go of your baggage, you let them, you leave them where they are. And
Keyword intentional.
I like that.
Keyword intentional.
I like
because
intentional.
It ain't easy. It's not easy at all to forgive. I always pride myself like someone who don't hold a grudge.
Yes.
I normally say like I could fight with you now.
Yeah.
And 5 minutes later I'd be like Kemba, you're a banana. You know what I mean?
And say sorry first.
And we break bread. That's a Caribbean thing, like Nicole said.
But you had to tell me sorry first. And then I will take the banana.
If you want the banana, is the sorry. Oh,
say it with your chest.
This is the problem. This
your
is the problem.
Chest.
So you are saying that a gesture can be taken as a form of an apology?
Yes.
Nah.
You think that's healthy?
My thing is, I'm not saying that I live by that, but I feel like if people can fight as adults, people can fight, and you have to know where those people are coming. If they are for you, they are for you. I think if you've had a relationship before and you let a strong relationship or even a simple relationship before, and you let a fight come in the way of you need I am sorry, a whole I am sorry you need, and you just can't move on, then I think that I do agree with that.
Sometimes the I am sorry really does help.
And I guess that's the whole purpose of forgiveness, because the definition is whether they deserve the forgiveness or not, or if we want to take it to the religious side of things, a la Bible, right? At least in terms of Christianity, and I mean, and other religions talk about forgiveness as well. That idea that even when they are not deserving, even when they are not sorry, forgiveness is important. It's not to remove, however, what I appreciate. I could forgive someone who's never said sorry.
Right. Yes.
And that's what make it.
And it's really for you.
That's what make it.
Because sometimes you had to do it for you to move on, because they just keep your power if you can't.
It's forgiveness
637 church. Say it again, Chris.
637 church.
No, before that, what I had to say about forgiveness is for who?
Yourself.
Yeah. That's
otherwise
the caveat right there.
Power.
That's really, really what it's about. So of course, the challenges, or my experiences, at least before the challenges, the experiences I've had with forgiveness, I would say that I'm a very forgiving person, much to my detriment. And that's why sometimes I feel like I had to choose violence. And that's why sometimes I had to choose, I don't want to say unforgiveness, but what I've learned is that the more forgiving we are, the more people will take you for idiots.
Take your for idiot.
I would say,
idiots.
I would say, basically, what you're saying is, it sounds like you will forgive, but you also forget. You know that saying
where
they say, forgive and
I don't
forget
anything.
Kemba, you could forgive. You forgive. But you don't have to forget.
And I mean, for me, I want to forget because I don't want to hold on to that bad blood, but it's worked against me. And so my experiences with it.
But you have to learn from it, yeah.
And that's why I think the boundaries come into place. So it's not so much forgive and forget, but it's forgive and have boundaries. Because I could forgive you for the action, right? But my boundary says, stay away from me. My boundary says, my boundary says you cannot be trusted with whatever I have trusted you with. So please stay away. Goodbye. Or keep a distance, and I will create that space until you can get close to me again, if ever.
So they have to earn your trust again.
Yes.
Of course.
Absolutely. Don't just, and that's because, again, moo. So those are my experiences.
So guys, if you're just joining us, we are just exploring forgiveness, right? Giving or receiving, and how it can assist in our daily lives, or any challenges we can encounter, that kind of thing. We want to hear from you all, though. Send your experience in the chat live, whether or not you find it hard to forgive someone who has wronged you, or whether or not you seeking forgiveness and the person just cannot give you what you seek, and that equally as well.
That's the other side of it too. That's a challenge, right? As you talk challenge, the challenges. Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
No, you sure?
Well, I was now going to say that we already have to go to a quick break.
We will pause
for a course.
A very good one.
And we'll be right back after these messages. Keep it locked.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
I just want some time to ease my mind.
Welcome back to Island Girl Talk, Season 2, Episode 4. It's your Island Girls. Kemba Joe.
Nicole Wong Chong.
And I'm Crystal Kane.
That felt nice. I like
Nicole
it.
Wong Chong.
Wong Chong. I love it.
Diversity is beautiful.
Yeah. Of course, if you're just joining in, welcome. You are very much in time for the juicy part of what we're talking about today, forgiveness. And we shared a little bit about our experiences, but I didn't hear you, Miss Nicole. Are you a forgiver? Watch that face.
I am a child of God. And the Lord said, forgive them, for they don't know what they have done. But
true things.
I really just find it hard. It is hard.
It's very difficult.
And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that we just shove it,
What do you mean? Joe, you have found your kindred.
Humans.
Lord.
What do you mean we stupid?
God.
Well, I know we're stupid, but I want to hear
Humans. No, I just
Lot of mercy.
Honestly, we hold on to so much, and then we also, the egos are huge, especially in 2024. So I feel 2023, I rather look in the future. Yeah.
All right,
but I could just imagine what 2024 would be like. But I mean, our egos have gotten to the size where we cannot experience empathy. We cannot put ourselves in someone else's shoes.
Speak the tongues.
And realize that, okay, I may have bad drived you, but it wasn't intentional. You're not going to die. We both survive. You know what I always think when somebody does something to me, especially on the roads, just highlighting one experience. If my daughter did that to someone else, would I want them to treat
forgive
my daughter like that?
Right.
I've experienced so many accidents where I had to really put myself in that thought process and wished that other person would put themselves in that thought process for me when I was younger. Now I ain't going through that. We ain't talking that though. I ain't going through that. But in terms of forgiveness, what I said before, I think I can forgive as time goes by. But I've learned, because I've always grown up hearing people saying forgive and forget, you'll be happier. But are you happier when you forget and you allow that person to hurt you again?
It's impossible to forget.
The answer is no.
Yeah. You know what? I want to hear. We have a lot of opinions about what to do, what's going to be hard, what's easy, but I want to hear about your experiences. Any that you can share, like where it has been a real task, for you all to actually forgive someone.
Yeah.
I want to know. The people want to know.
I mean, I feel like...
Hi, Dinah. We have a Dinah on motivation in the house.
Hey.
Saying, hey, girls. We have Fire Wolfman saying, good evening, ladies. Simple. He says, forgive, but never forget.
Yeah.
Learn. Well said.
So I think the challenges with forgiveness for me would have to do with the closer the person is to me, right?
Yes.
So
speak the
at
times.
the end of the day, whatever that version of love is like, whether it is a romantic love, whether it is a familial love, whether it is
family,
that friendship, the love of friendship, the closer someone is, I think the harder it is to forgive, depending on what it is, right?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking of the hot topics now on social media have to do with inner child healing, and not to knock it, because I'm very big on inner child healing. Being able to go deep within yourselves. It takes time, and you said it, Nicole, it takes time. It gets better with time, but it's an active, like I have to actively say out loud sometimes, I choose forgiveness. I choose forgiveness. I choose when this person just pops back up, and I think it's harder to when there's no apology, and not to harp on it and just say, well, that's how we are. But relationship repair, that's a big theme in my life right now. Relationship repair, which includes forgiveness, I think requires that level of courage to say, is it too late now to say sorry?
Yes.
I might be right there with Nicola. I'll be talking about this thing, but ladies, ladies and gents, we are not by any means preaching to y'all. No. We trying our best to learn in our respective lives as well. And I'm telling y'all now, I may not hold a grudge, like Kemba may wrong me now, and I might hate what Kemba did to me, but it's not going to stop me from speaking to Kemba. But in the back of my mind, I'm always going to remember
this raggedy.
Keep that. Yeah. So you know what? I will lead the fray in terms of sharing.
Right.
To this day, there's a relative that I cannot forgive for something that they did.
Right.
I was attacked in a way that I did not deserve. It was unprompted. It was uncalled for.
This is
there
verbally?
was no verbally. Okay. There was no beef. Nothing. And in fact, I was just wishing them a good morning, but they were having a hard time in their personal lives, and they were talking to another relative of mine, and I just said, hey, tell such and such good morning for me. And that was it. And they were like, I don't want to hear from her because she's the same thing, and there was this and that and and lumped me in with the person that they were upset with, and said just some ridiculous things that I did not at all deserve, and expects me to this day. I know they're sorry, you can see they're sorry, like in family gatherings and stuff. They walk on eggshells. They don't want to, they know. But if you know that you're sorry and you know that what you did was wrong, you can't come and say, Chris, I know all those years ago, and it was years ago, and I do not care. All those years ago, I did that, and I didn't mean to. I was upset. That is all it takes.
Because then that within itself, I guess, is a version of an apology. And I'm not going to get down to the brass tacks of what should be da-da-da.
But they didn't even say that.
There's remorseful behavior that one can choose or see. But you know what I'm hearing? Sorry, Nicole.
No,
go ahead. I was just saying, like, I was thinking of the challenges of forgiveness, right? And the challenge of, the person did not actually apologize.
Yeah.
But is their behavior remorseful? And if it's remorseful, I may be willing to. Another challenge is
she clearly is not.
No, but
the behavior is, you're right, the behavior is
Yes.
remorseful.
It's
Kemba.
an older person though.
Naturally.
Yes.
The challenge, another challenge of being able to forgive and I guess forget is the thought went from my mind. But along the lines of recognizing that time passing could make it even worse. If you understand, instead of it making it better, time passing could make it worse.
You get anxiety.
Correct. You said something just now when you were relaying your experience, and I blinked slowly because again, these meds are medsing, and it flashed across my face, my brain, someone who did me nasty. Nasty. We're talking.
Explain.
Slandered my name. Nasty. Yes. Slandered my name. Nasty.
Wow.
For something that was not even true. See, if it was true, I go take my little as human. I'm only human. But it was untrue, and this person ran with it for over the entire span of the situation was like a year and change.
Wow.
To this day, as they stay there, listeners out there, people in here, this person will not own the fact that they did this nastiness. We're talking slandered.
And you know
my
for
name.
sure.
And they know that you know.
Of course.
They know that you know that
Of course. Nasty. And the challenge for me is, even though, yes, forgive and this, and it will do you better, I'm working on it. I'm getting better. I don't completely hate this person's gut.
Right.
But also you're dead to me.
So if they needed you, were the only person.
Find somebody else.
So if they were gonna die, you
at my hands?
Yeah, no, like you had to do something for them. What would happen? You would be like, you need to tell me sorry first. That's what
I want to answer that question.
Not that you need to tell me sorry, but that will be a true moment for me and God to sit down and have a very quick conversation.
You go inward.
Because the human in me, the person who is just like, nah, I'm not just gonna let it slide ever of the history of ever.
Choose petty.
It's not, and that was the other thing on my mind. I don't know. For me, it takes a lot for me to get to that point.
Yeah.
So I could count on my fingers the people that would fall into that category. And so for me to even think, oh, well, if something were happening and you needed help, I would not even think to help you.
Yeah.
That's a major, like, you have to understand how deeply you hurt me for that to take place. And I really don't know. To answer your question, Nicole, I don't know.
I want to answer that question.
You'll choose to help.
Well,
I
amen,
think so.
sister, because
she's too.
Yeah.
my heart too good. Well, that's good because I felt like after that situation, something died in me.
Wow.
That's how bad it was. And you know, I think of challenges to forgiveness. The depth of the hurt. That's what I was going to say. The depth of the hurt makes it difficult to forgive. And that, you know, it's not like, well, you say something or you snap at me or you said something out of hunger, you know, being hungry and angry, you know how that's go. I love you up, it's okay. Or, you know, you get into a tiff, like me and my son, we at it sometimes. The foolishness. You have a brain, it is working. What is this? But
that's another show.
You know, and we talk about it because, you know, being able to have healthy habits from the beginning. Anyway, and so forgiveness, I love my son with my whole heart. And he do some tortishness. But it's easy to forgive. And sometimes he don't say sorry, but I wonder as well if it's because he's a child, all those things. All of that to say, a challenge for forgiveness, I think, is the depth of the hurt or the depth of the impact. Because I didn't mean it. Does it mean that it did not impact me? I had a situation just this week, I'm not going to lie. And it hurt. And it hurts so bad that I'm still processing how bad it hurts, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And allowing myself the space and the time for all of the feelings to bubble up. But the difference and what's made it already easy for me to start is that person acknowledged what happened almost immediately.
Okay.
And came and said, they opened the conversation with, Kems, I'm so sorry.
Fantastic.
And that allowed me to put the fangs away a little bit, put the claws away, shing shing, and then listen, and then
and heal,
and start the healing process. Because that, for sure, I think would be challenges. I
want to answer Nicole's question as well. I mean, as much as I still can't forgive that person for what they did all those years ago, I would still help if they needed something because it's family. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I always feel that, you know, that if I was to envision it, some kind of weird chemical bubbling up in my gut every time I have to deal with them.
Absolutely.
Or give them a fake hug or something. And what is more is that I was told why you don't just go and smooth things over me?
No. I didn't break it and not fixing it. I'll say it again. I didn't break it.
Why do I have to
I'm
fix
not
it?
fixing it.
Me?
No.
A grown person like that? No.
No, I think a lot of the times, so like my dad, I could never, after I've been walking the streets for 48 hours, not sleeping, crying. My father was inside his good house, good house, and never came outside, never called to ask if everything is going, nothing like that. But I know, without a doubt, my father thinks he did nothing wrong.
They usually do.
So
Is that
I think
another
it's
challenge
the age.
to forgiveness as well? A challenge of forgiveness is that the person can't see, the other person can't see what they've done, and to push past that.
Yeah.
In spite of the person not being able to see that they're wrong is where forgiveness becomes forgiveness.
I think you have to start the conversation.
No, because I was now about to ask Kemba, if it is they know they're wrong, they saw where they went wrong, they knew that I didn't deserve that.
Yeah.
And it changed the dynamic of our interactions.
Yeah.
It's no longer warm, it's extremely cold. I don't make the efforts to engage in general conversation. It's hi, bye, that kind of thing. And this was born because of you.
Yeah.
Then be the grown-up that you see yourself or profess to be, and address the elephant in the room.
And I think it's a challenge because people can't do that.
Yeah.
And all you have to do, this entire thing will be fixed if you just say, Chris, I'm sorry.
Of course.
That was a bad
And
day.
therefore,
So if they say,
that's
here's-
you
here's
hearing
a
the
drink.
apology. No.
You need the words.
at
You gonna make
Crystal
me
Fist.
cuss on the show, eh?
Y'all seeing this?
And we have a no cursing policy on this particular show.
You know what, Chris?
This is-
I would you there. Nicole, if you feel that giving
I'm
me...
just asking questions.
If you feel that somebody giving me a banana or a drink is an apology, I'll throw it back in your face.
I have another relative, an immediate relative this time. And they did the worst thing you could do to your child, right? But after 14 years of me not speaking, going no contact on them, I ghosted myself. There was no way they could reach me. And you know how funerals have a tendency to bring family together, and they came for a funeral, and even at the wake, I kept myself secluded from everybody else, and they found me and apologized.
Good.
And that is how I was able to forgive them.
Yeah, because...
But you want to hear the funny
because
part?
they forget, because they apologize.
There's a part too.
Oh, but wait, there's more.
It's because they went back and told another relative that I was the one who went and begged for forgiveness.
Tell them all
And that was supposed to have gutted me, but surprisingly, right? But surprisingly, it didn't gut me because the drama indeed. It didn't gut me because I saw how they were in the moment, and they were truly remorseful. There's shame in the tail. You know what I mean?
That they went and said to the other person.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I just let it go.
Yeah.
I just let it go.
Yeah, because I guess in a sense you were sort of that was what you needed. And that lack of closure, I wish that there were an easier way, but that is exactly what makes forgiveness, because you have to be willing to do that.
So
you
I have this rule. I people that are close to me, I don't want your sorry.
What you want?
Like I don't.
What you want then?
I don't
Action?
know. Just yes.
Action, no.
And I think so. You know how you're saying that you want the words, or you guys want the words, or something. I rather the action of I'm seeing you not doing things to have to apologize, especially with your son. Do not tell me you're sorry, because Sharon is telling you sorry all the time.
And then just go right back
always
into
sorry.
it.
Always sorry. Dotish and sorry. However, if I see you showing some effort to not put yourself in a situation where I have spoken to you and you said you were sorry about, and this is not limited to kids alone, this is grown adults do it all the time too, and so that's why I think I don't put any emphasis really on the I am sorry. Okay, you're sorry, thank you.
Okay, let me see it.
Guys, if it is that you have something you want to share about this conversation, feel free to call us 4664 O.U.R. Again, it's 466-4687. Call us and tell us your 2 cents, your experience about forgiveness. Have you ever found yourself on the receiving end of someone who refuses to forgive you for something you've done ages ago? Or do you find it hard to forgive? Right? We want to hear from you. Like and share the live. Please click the like button and send this link to your WhatsApp list. Please.
Yes.
If you want to hear, the more the merrier.
The more the merrier. Two things. I also think, coming back to the challenges, and then I guess we could move into the benefits, like why it's important to forgive. We have a culture here, and maybe it exists in other places as well, that you need to forgive because that's what the Bible says to do.
So you can secure your space in heaven.
Exactly. You don't want to forgive, so it feels forced. And I feel like when it feels forced, when it's like, well, yeah, the only way to fix this is to forgive. No, sometimes the only way to fix this is to have seething hate in your heart.
Jesus.
No.
I'm
just saying.
Let me say it like her. Camber Joe. Come on.
No, seething hate in your heart might be the first step before you get to forgiveness.
How
yes. First step before you get to forgiveness.
Because I feel like, and this will need to be
how are you going to now you have the seething hate, it's oozing from your pores.
Yes.
How are you now going to regulate that and bring that back to forgiveness?
I have a strange, uncomfortable process that I'm making peace with. You gotta feel your feelings though.
And
if
that's what you mean.
What you feel if what you feel is seething hate in your heart, then feel the seething hate.
Go through the emotions of it.
You
can come out the other end.
You can't afford to get emotionally constipated. And I feel like because we skip over that, we skip over the feelings, we skip over the emotions of anger and disappointment and betrayal and sadness and everything that comes with a blow to you like that, just forgive them. No, I would like to hate you for 3 to 5 business days. And
Rodel Bino says forgiveness is for the Lord. Lord, my goodness.
Rodel, I feel you. I feel your
pain. And he made us. He didn't make us perfect. He made us, to be imperfect, I guess. No, and I genuinely feel like because it's forced, or when it's forced, that's when it doesn't actually happen.
Well, that means you're not ready to forgive.
Exactly.
In actual.
I also feel like some people try not to forgive because how it would make them look, it will tarnish their reputation. Like, after you do me that, I must forgive you. What will people see? You know what I mean? How will I look?
Like your family member when they said, "Oh, that was
what I mean?
I was the bigger person."
Yeah, and also it makes it look like it's okay to do that kind of nonsense to you too.
And I think that's where the conversation happens with forgiveness. It's like, listen, we have to talk about what happened. It's going to be helpful and healing for us to talk about what's happened, because you ain't getting any chance to do this to me again. And it was funny because when you were saying that just now, I heard, store your treasures up in heaven. Not to be preachy Bible.
No preachy things.
I mean,
it's church today.
Why should you forgive, right? To store your treasures up in heaven. And I think when people lean so heavily on the religious aspect of things, without the true human experience, that's when it feels empty. But I think that when we marry the human experience with why it's important to forgive, or the benefits that you receive when you get to forgive, that's when it makes a difference. Because I'm not forgiving you for you.
You're forgiving it for me.
I'm forgiving you for me, so that I could release and move on and heal and
fake
be
it
better.
till you make it.
And it does help.
Yeah.
Because with the latter story that I gave, even though it came back to me that they lied about asking for my forgiveness, the point is it did help me.
Yeah.
Because I then made a decision. I looked at the person and was like, I have to let this go.
Yeah.
I need to do it for me. I'm proud of me too.
Hey.
Thanks. I had to do it for me. Yeah. And so now I find myself in a situation where it doesn't matter what this person may do or say afterward, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Good on you.
I'm okay.
I think that's an incredible space to be in, because you are proud of yourself for letting it go, for being able to do that.
That's what the latter person,
Lord.
The first one.
We will work on problem A.
Right.
Amongst us.
Yeah.
And so
Right too.
according to some benefits that we have found, your blood pressure here now. And that is called cancer.
When I started to read on all the benefits that forgiveness brings, I was stunned,
It's true.
Yes.
It's true.
I was stunned,
It's true.
Stress causes cancer, and if you are every time you see this individual, you see them, and you're like,
seething with rage.
yeah, you're seething
in your heart.
I write in that down. Like, every time all they talk to, I am seething. With the rage.
Yes, no, but talk to us about the stress because it's true. I have more benefits there.
Yeah, because stress causes cancer, and when you harbor these feelings inside, those cells are now just vibing with anger. You know, so. Chris, we want you here longer than that.
I don't already have heart problems,
Yeah,
No, this is
let it go.
You said vibing with anger, and I immediately thought of anger from inside out.
Oh gosh. But it improves your heart health. It does.
Yeah.
And it lowers your blood
does.
pressure and that kind of thing,
Absolutely.
So there are a lot of benefits to forgiving.
Yeah,
I'm
even
seeing-
like self-confidence. How proud were you? We are proud of you. I'm sure
What are you
listeners
talking about?
are
Ollie, I
proud
don't do
of
good
you.
with compliments. What are you talking about?
when you were able
let
to
it
forgive
go,
and
when
you
you
were
were
just
able
now.
to,
Oh, yes.
you were confident in yourself,
Yes,
knowing
stand a little
I
taller.
grew. I grew. Sorry,
Yeah.
I am a lot stronger from this experience.
I am proud of myself about that particular situation because it
Yeah.
it
By
was
the
like
end
a
of this
dark
session,
cloud over my
she
head.
going and forgive A, you know.
I will
Nah.
forgive
By
A.
the
I
end
don't
of this
feel so.
session,
We go see about A.
your negativity be gone.
We have Jarrell Forbes saying, as I hit 30, I stopped taking sorry. I want accountability and changed behavior.
And gifts.
She says anything else is manipulation. But Jarrell, I
want gifts.
right there with you,
I want
facts
gifts.
on facts.
I'm all about it.
Facts on facts.
I'm all about it.
Yes.
She's
I guess
very
sometimes too, I think
intelligent
it
woman.
varies from situation to situation as well.
Again.
Because
Yeah.
for some reason, because
sure.
person B did me way worse over a longer
Wow,
period
you
of
see?
time.
Yeah.
And I forgave them.
Yeah.
But person A did that one thing, and I think it varies based on the situation. But the sting of that one thing.
Is it on
Were you
principle?
more
Still
loyal?
stinging, man.
Did you see that person as like a really close family member? Like you didn't look for them there, we did say
didn't
I
look
look
for
for
them
them
there.
there. And I think that's
I didn't
why
look
it
for them
sung
there.
so hard.
Yeah.
I didn't look for them there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did
We
not
better
look
than
for them
that.
there.
So why you do
And
that?
I think that's why it hurts so much because it's like, wow.
It's true.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I still
Ollie,
one
we
sharing.
almost
I
there.
like how
We
they
almost
wow,
there.
yeah,
No,
boy.
I was forgiveness.
McGill. So no benefits of forgiveness. You really do get to be lighter and freer.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time. I have
No.
to be
Ain't
looking.
nobody got time
I
for
had to be
have no
looking
time for that.
young and sprightly.
Kayuta,
Thank you
drink
very
that
much.
collagen water. Do not waste your collagen water money.
You know what's really
Okay.
funny? I was actually chatting with some co-workers today. We were talking about like skincare and stuff like that, and one of the girls was commenting that being able to live an emotionally healthy life helps with your skin. It don't matter how much collagen water, aloe water, chemical peel, retinol treatment,
affirmations, because I
All of that
read that
stuff,
if you spoke
right?
to your skin,
right? But if you holding on to that
Breathing
grudge,
exercises.
if you holding on to that grudge, you're gonna look like a soul prune. I just saying. Think about it.
well, imagine I would have been looking better than this if I didn't.
Let it go. Let it go. But honestly, I do have an experience to share. I mean, besides my dad, I have learned to forgive my dad many, many times. He ran old school. I always said I had grandparents for parents. Like that era of they just don't think like us, and you just have to be able to exist in this space with them. And if you know what you're going to do, like hate your parents for the rest of your life, no, you have to try to exist and be okay with it. But I have a child father.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord.
Oh, you see it, man?
We about to go there.
Oh God.
Neck crackle kind of thing. You know, I don't like the sitting down position.
Yeah.
I have a child father that when I tell you, I couldn't, I have said these words, like, if I could drive into you, and that's not me, that's not, I am very much.
The views of Nicole Wong Chong are not necessarily the views
No, it
of
was
Island
Island
Girls
Girl
Talk.
Talk. Oh,
Okay,
you're
I'm just telling you my experience. So guys, I relate I relate to like when you're out there and you're like, I cannot deal with this BS anymore because we are human and we break. I'm telling you, if we went through a custody, imagine you wasn't there ever. And all of a sudden, boom, shot, bang. And you know what? This is really not we're not going to get into this today because this is a legit topic. Because if I give you the whole story, we'll end up talking about that itself, right? And so let me just say, don't make no judgments until you hear the whole story, right? So, you know, all you're quick to say, the father just trying to show up for the child and you ain't know the whole story, and, right? So let's not be judgy today. Anyway, I'm just saying, the road to forgiveness for me just had to do with me realizing that I cannot let the control of that person continuously rest on my chest. It can't happen because I cute. Too cute for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Too cute for that.
For sure.
You know, and it have people around me that I think deserve me not to be because I was seething with anger, you know, constantly. That experience just running in my head. Yeah. It kept me on a road where I was just angry. Yeah. All the time. Just angry. And y'all will get to know me. I'm a very understanding person. Right. And I could row with you today. Because remember when Chris had said, you know, I quarrel with you and then offer you a banana. I on board for that. I am that kind of person. I am able to move on without the I'm sorry. So for that to affect me, like how it affect me, oh my gosh, I forgot. I had to go to the hospital for EEG because my heart.
So you felt the impact of unforgiveness.
Correct. But I was doing construction at the time and I had a contractor that was doing my dirty too. Oh, calm.
Forgiveness.
You know what?
Forgiveness.
I moved on.
I mean, Chris, not to, it's like, I'm telling you the stories. For me, it's really simple. But for the folk that I care for deeply, and I'm learning to extend that to anyone. If you've done something that hurts me, something that I feel I need to forgive you for or make amends for or intentionally allow you back into my space, I'm going to have that conversation with you.
It has to be done.
And if I can't have that conversation with you, then I will simply quietly decide to forgive. And I mean, this is the part where
I'm still gonna stay away.
Of course, it might get a little churchy, but at the end of the day, you know, for me, the benefits of forgiveness is really for restoration. Apart from all that we talked about, restoration of relationships, being able to forgive. When I think of how many times we would have done some dotishness with our significant others or the people that we might be seeing, or our friends or whatever,
or just general public,
forgiveness has to be continuous for relationships to last, right? And then I just want to watch any time I know, Chris, we could talk about this whole day, but just to, you know, my last thoughts on it, and I'm gonna say it out loud. Not to just talk about religion, but I am Christian. I am Catholic by faith, and I am a woman of faith and a woman of God. And so when I think about what the good book says about forgiveness, it talks about be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you. Because if God decided tomorrow He was not going to forgive us, or higher power, or whomever you relate to as that higher power, whatever you call him or it or her, if they decided that we were not worthy of being forgiven, what is going to be our portion? And while forgiveness is for the Lord, I also believe that this is the example to follow, and that's what makes it hard. Because when it is hard, especially when it is hard,
is when you gotta do it.
And I just pray about it, like, listen, hey now, me and you,
you have a whole conversation.
I was quarreling with him.
Yeah.
I need you to help me in this, because I need to be light and I need to release, and I don't want to hold on to this anymore, but I cannot,
because it affects the rest of your life.
It affects not just the rest of my life, it affects other relationships. When you can't forgive, is when you're not able to tolerate certain things in other people's relationship. We'll talk about that next day. That's all I gotta say about that.
Because you walk around with anger like baggage itself, so it's part of your baggage. So that means you're taking your issues that you had with other things,
and it's bleeding.
It's
bleeding. It's dropping that blood on everybody else for something that they did not do, and those people don't deserve it.
Before we wrap this up, I want to talk a little bit about, we all know what the challenges are with regard to forgiveness. It's hard. You just said that, right? I had to work on my ish, right? I think I just, I said, everything is subjective, and the person that you're feeling might not be able to forgive, you end up forgiving like that, and then somebody else who the beef mightn't be as much, but you're not looking for them there. You just can't see it happening unless you have a conversation.
It's because it's a Leo too.
So my thing is this: how can we forgive? How can we go about forgiving? Because what Kemba said is very important. You know, the Bible did say we have to forgive, because if Jesus and God decided not to forgive us, you know what I mean? This is my belief. Not to bring religion into it, but this is what we believe. You know what I mean? Yeah. You have to be able to forgive your fellow man. It just is. Nobody's perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I don't know if I will ever be able to forgive that person unless we have a conversation. Yeah. I think that's the key for me. But my point is, if we are making that conscientious effort to forgive, what does it look like? What does it look like? How can we go about it?
Talk to us, Nicole. Yeah. I see you have a doubt.
So I do have it up, as a reminder to myself. So my suggestion for all of us, and those who are tuned in and those who will tune in later, because you are going to share and like this to your friends, because it was so informative, is first, step 1, responsibility. Accept.
Is that the 4 hours?
It is. The 4 hours of forgiveness. Self-forgiveness. So you accept responsibility. Accept what has happened and show yourself compassion. These things happen. Nobody's perfect. I mean, some of us are close to perfection, but nobody. But nobody's perfect. Right. Remember, you can also do something to wrong someone too.
It's true.
You never know where life would put you. And as I said before, for those who are parents, these sins for your ancestors fall on the children. And karma may not come to you. Karma may come to someone else, one of your descendants. So you don't necessarily have to be a Roman Catholic, or, all religions have this sort of karma is something that you carry with you. So forgive based on you accept responsibility within you, and you know that you are capable of doing something wrong as well. Yeah. Remorse. Use guilt and remorse as a gateway to positive behavior change. So you may feel guilty. What are you going? And that I have felt like whenever I've wronged someone and I didn't. Most times you go into it unintentionally. Yeah. Nobody. Well, most people don't. Yeah. Is it pause? No, most people don't wake up and be like,
I'm gonna hurt you today.
Today is the day. That's not a natural human instinct. Right. So when I have done something where I felt like, oh my gosh, this person is seeming to be very hurt, and it's because of me, I'm not lying to say I cannot function. It is the simple. If I scratch somebody's car, I make them feel bad. Simplest thing, I don't know what it is, I can't function. So you use that moment, your instinct telling you this is not right. You use it, you go into it, you make that change for positive behavior. For example, you say I'm sorry. For example, you, as one of our listeners said, you take accountability. Yeah. For example, you give me bananas. I don't know if I'm into bananas.
Give you bananas. But as you said, using guilt and remorse, sometimes I feel bad when I can't forgive the person. is the weirdest thing because I know that it's the right thing. I know it's what I want to do.
I can relate to that.
But I can't get there, which is why I will allow myself to sit in my seething hate until I'm ready to. There. Because then I feel bad and think, I should forgive them. No, but you're not wrong.
I know I want to forgive them,
Yeah,
because I see them hurting.
Yeah.
I see it. I see the embarrassment. I see them hesitating whether or not I should approach. I see the awkward hugs when they're coming in for it.
Your apology had to be as big as your disrespect. Own up.
Sometimes the situation doesn't allow for that.
And I don't need groveling. I don't need getting down on your knees. I just need a hand on my shoulder. Sorry.
But
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, suppose if you go to, say his name, Joe, and you go to Joe and say, Joe, you're real hit my X, Y, and Z. Don't you think you may get the apology then?
Not necessarily.
I seen my finger.
Some people,
all right, okay.
And I guess that's the restoration.
It's a journey, boy.
Right?
I try to be godlike, but I acknowledge that I tell my cousin all the time, I am no saint. I am a wretched soul, just like everybody else on this planet. We are all, the Bible says, no one is good but the Lord. We are not good. We're born into sin. I don't profess to be something I'm not. All I could do is try.
Yeah.
Right.
And I know what I need.
You'll get there. There.
I like that you said that though, Nicole, about, sit with the person and I guess that's the third point. Tell us what the third point.
Restoration. Make amends with whomever you're forgiving or who needs to be forgiven.
So you have to go make amends with the person wrong you?
Yeah, no, if that is the option or the only option, because I honestly think if you are hurting because this person who you've considered to be your long homie, your boy, your fams, you are hurting, you are allowed. I am hurting. I'm allowed to stand up and say, you sure that's where you want to sit in that corner? That's really, I didn't look for you there. I think it opens up the doors for
audience. What say you? We want to hear from you all. We find the chat room a little quiet. What do you all think about this? What say you? We really want to hear from you all. Call us in or send a text or what have you, but we want to hear your take on this. A
thought just occurred to me.
Tell me.
Sometimes the restoration and the steps of forgiveness may not necessarily be with the other person, but with yourself first for being such a...
To walk into that situation.
I was going to say dumb, but
that is
what about being
really
able to forgive yourself about some ish?
That is really
and I feel like that's a whole piece of the process.
Wow.
So like when you think about the person that you didn't look for there, you have to forgive yourself. If you get horny, you have to forgive that person. You have to forgive yourself first.
Did you not see the flags?
You have to forgive yourself first and not gaslight and not guilt trip and all those different things.
Wow.
And I feel like we could twist the element of forgiveness, the orb of forgiveness in all the different directions, right? But a big piece of that is sitting with yourself, which is why I'm so comfortable to say no. Right now, I want to be upset. Right now, I need to be upset because I'm going through that whole motion of forgiving myself and sitting on the same. But you didn't see the signs, Joseph. You didn't see the signs.
I didn't see the signs.
I saw the signs.
No,
I opened up my eyes and I saw the signs.
So, from my experience, I've actually, whenever I feel like something is there and I can't figure it out, I just know I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling mad, anger, I don't know. It literally like eats away. I am not strong like Chris. I don't know how you're doing that.
Oh, you think I'm strong? That's hilarious.
Is it love for me?
Tears, kind of anxiety, don't want to go nowhere. So I just have to deal with it. I learned in my old I real old. So I have learned in my granny lifetime. Like
she
I
identifies as a 60-year-old woman.
Right.
She's not old. She just identifies as
a granny.
Old.
Right. Okay. So label me the granny of Island Girl Talk. I know things. I lived a life. Okay. I'm here for it.
I understand.
You can call me a message and I will help you.
All right, Granny Nicole.
Yeah. Okay. I have the wisdom.
She's been through some things.
I just have to deal with it. So I take front. Also, I think forgiveness on various levels have to do with if you are a confrontational person or not. right?
What do you mean?
So as I said that, I have to walk in, I have to fix it. So I will come to you. Whether I'm in the wrong or I'm not in the wrong, I'm coming to you.
If I'm in the wrong, I'm definitely fixing it. If I'm not in the wrong,
family Joe is not a person who can handle confrontation.
They
Now, Joe needs
certainly
to
didn't
go.
have any issues with confrontation when I was being attacked.
Through a moment. They were going through a moment.
Joe needs a little moment with a therapist.
Yes. Agreed.
I thought.
I don't want to harp on
I
Joe.
still have some unresolved.
Yeah, I don't want to harp on Joe. Next thing Chris will lose it.
But no, but that's an interesting thing though. Like I feel like people who are able to, when you say confrontation, I guess you're talking about like being explosive in a sense, quote unquote.
No, like enter a situation that may have some sort of friction to it. Some people just avoid it completely, and that's why.
And that makes it worse.
Yes, but they just can't because their anxiety will not allow them.
Yeah, sorry, you're not 5. Heal.
That's not how personalities go. Okay,
Yeah, we could go on and on and on about this conversation.
Yeah.
But before we you finish with the 4 hours?
Last hour renewal, learn from the experience and grow. Let's grow as a society. Let's grow, guys.
Girls a person, girls a society. It's true. Responsibility,
I'm all about growth,
remorse, restoration, and renewal. But I think that it's important to identify that it takes 2 hands to clap in the restoration of a relationship, and sometimes it means the relationship is dead.
Oh Lord,
and that's okay to rest in peace. Thanks for the memories. Cheers to the ones that we got. But the tears
I am here being positive, Polly, and these negative Nancy's across here. Lord.
It's not that I'm not positive, Polly. I am positive, Polly, but I'm allowing myself the space to sit with that is
and
uncomfortable.
process.
Yeah, and forgiveness
Agreed.
is a thing where genuinely it is attainable.
Yeah.
It is, but glossing over the things will make it easy.
You have to feel your feelings.
The thing is, and I'm speaking again about my thing, I am ready to forgive that person.
Yeah.
I just do what I need in order to do it. I
Right.
need to see that you are remorseful for what you did. You knew it was wrong, and you are brave enough to admit to me that what you did was wrong. And I will do. I'll forgive you like that. That's
Sometimes it won't come, and I guess you get to sit with yourself and decide over time.
and that's all right.
Yep.
I'm
And
gonna
that's
just
it.
keep my distance.
Yes.
But no, before we done.
All right.
Yeah, I just want to wrap it up. Some
Okay.
people don't know how to forgive. I know she gave us the 4 hours, but there are other stuff as well. You know, acknowledgement, consideration, consider how hurt you are. Like Kemba said, sit with it, deal with it, and then come to a point to decide whether or not you want to do something about it. Acceptance. You understand? Nothing can change it. It has happened. Accept the situation, right? Determine what you want to do about it. Repair it. Hopefully, you're going down that route. Learn from it, and then eventually forgive.
Forgive.
Right? 7 steps to forgiveness.
And with that, we wrap our topic of the day.
Nicole is new. Like, you want a chance to do it? You know that?
Sure.
Right?
Okay.
And with that, we wrap our topic of the day segment. Guys, we hope you liked it. Of course, this, like we mentioned, it's a multifaceted topic. There's so many different branches to this topic. We can possibly cover it all, but we did our best to stay on point. But keep it locked because we have so much more show coming up. We have a guest today, Sharon Phillips. A fantastic live performer, singer, actress,
voice.
creative. Listen. She calls herself a creative extraordinaire.
Hello, good day.
Because singer-songwriter was not enough. She does so much more.
Yeah.
She's truly the epitome of an artist.
I'm really excited, and
so am I.
We're all singers and performers.
Did y'all see her performance at Tobago Jazz?
I didn't.
Shit. You
didn't.
guys.
It was so good. But we're going to talk with her.
Yes.
We're going to get that connected.
Yes, she's ready and waiting. So we're going to go to commercial and we'll be right back. Keep it locked to Island Girl Talk right here on OURradio.fm.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
Little African dancer, me love how you dance it. Me say you make me go ginger. Me wanna know what you're asking. You're asking, little African dancer. Me love how you dance it. Me say you make me go ginger. Me want to know what you're asking. You're asking, well let me know. Remember that one time you bought me in a party, you say me not feel go nowhere. And if you tell me say you need me, well baby get me not straight. And when me but me little sick, we think about the future we could have, yeah. And then she talk a little talking on me ear, and it a go like, Rasta is my darling. That's all she saying to me. Yeah. She telling me say, Rasta is my darling. That's all she saying to me. You don't feel worry about the next girl, baby. Cause when the night time
And we're back once more. Of course, we're your Island Girls. I'm Crystal Kane.
I'm Nicole Wong Chong.
Kemba Joe.
And if you're just joining us, we just wrapped topic of the day where we were discussing forgiveness.
You missed out.
And the difficulties that it entails. Lord of mercy. Lord.
But we also talked about how you can work on getting over those things.
Getting
we're
over
working
it,
towards forgiveness. But we're getting ready. We're not just getting ready for our wonderful guests. We're getting ready for our second anniversary. Saturday, the 17th of June. It's going down at Sound Forge, O.U.R Radio's second to the Terrible Twos. I think it's the Terrific Twos, if we're being real. Because,
Terrific Twos indeed.
you know, season 2 of IGT, it's not terrible, it's terrific. We're here doing the things.
Unless it's going to be like terribly awesome.
It's gonna be.
That's really terrible. That's really terrible. I like that. But
that.
of course, with O.U.R Radio's second anniversary, get ready to celebrate. We're gonna have games. We're gonna have welcome drinks. What you know is all things local. And I didn't get to talk about TTN. I'll
support
talk
local.
about that in a little bit.
Please do.
Because it was amazing. So we're going to have so many guest artists, so many performances and special presentations from all of us here at O.U.R Radio. You can get listed. How can you get listed? Well, send us a message on WhatsApp. Message us 466-4OUR. That's 466-4687. Or send us an email. party@OURradio.fm, because that's what we're there to do. Once you are listed before 12 midnight, you are coming in for free $99. And of course, keep it locked to O.U.R Radio, because in each program, we're going to be announcing guest artists as we ramp up for this very amazing celebration.
And we have some serious guests coming up.
I love it. I love it. So come celebrate with us. O.U.R Radio's second year anniversary, Saturday, the 17th of June at Soundforge.
Indeed, indeed. So guys, of course, you know, it's time for our Island Girls Spotlight segments. Before we do that, you all know we have some participation, and I always have to link the people in the chat.
We asked them to tell us.
Right? We have some people who from the beginning were greeting us and we didn't acknowledge them, and we try our best to acknowledge everyone. While we were busy talking forgiveness, they're talking about your dog. Dog gangs and winter went bird hunting and that kind of thing. We have a Dinah saying she misses Nisi and Shauna. Oh gosh, we miss them too, but we need to have this platform to have as many women as possible. So you never know, you might see them in the future. All right, big up Nisi and Shauna, wherever you guys are. Right, we have Rodel, of course, had said forgiveness is for the Lord. We know that.
Yes.
Right. Colin was like, my 4 R's: retribution, reparations, rejection, and relief. He has his own Colin, I like you. Colin, all is forgiven.
You know.
All is forgiven. I like you.
Chris, you started reading the comments and I said, I'm going to check the file. I was like, but where is Colin?
You understand?
Where is he? He's
Colin,
here.
we forgive you for calling us dwarfs. Right? We like those 4 R's.
Sorry, Nicole.
Right? Then he goes on to say, I can't forget rage. Let the rage slip that. Let's call it. I need
Colin,
you.
you need to talk to a therapist. Let us know.
No,
we
Colin,
have some recommendations.
Colin is excited about being that person, and that is what I love about him.
We have Dennis Allen in the house. He's like, witty scene. Hello,
Dennis.
Dennis.
Hi,
Of course,
Dennis.
is a frequent commenter on Island Girl Talk.
Yep.
Right? You say our reach. And then we have Danny Job or Danny Job, depending on how you pronounce it. She says, I enjoyed this topic. Looking forward to hearing from the versatile Sharon.
Oh, happy to have you, Danny.
And with that, we commence.
Oh, I thought
Okay,
we were
let's do it
like
again.
I was lost.
Let's do it again.
These girls have me here doing things.
We'll get it.
You
We'll go
got
again.
to go with
Y'all-
the flow.
yeah.
We'll go
Please.
again. We'll go again.
Please.
And with that, we commence our Island Girl Spotlight segment. Of course, we have the beautiful, talented, multifaceted, listen, just out of this world, Sharon Phillips. Listen, guys, the reason I asked this lady to come on this show today is because all the girl was in Tobago Jazz Festival and saw
Show off now.
a performance. Oh, I saw a performance.
Your eyelash was trembling
Listen
with the
to me.
emotion.
This, you know, I am a voice person.
Yes.
Not only was the performance stellar and on point, and she had costume changes and all that, but that voice is something to be reckoned with.
It
She has range, which is not like
control.
something.
It is.
That is not easy to come by. Where you
Right?
could sing in your big toe and then take it all the way up to the heavens and praise the Lord with that voice.
I had a list done. And I do like the diversity of her portfolio as well, and where she's come from. Of course, we're going to be chatting with her so much in just a little bit.
So our tech team, are you guys ready?
We're
ready?
We're ready.
Let's give it up for the incomparable Sharon Phillips. What do you sound effects, Listen to me, Sharon. We good for your ego over here, you know.
No, it's all true. It's all
Look, she
true.
blushing, she
No
blushing.
lies and no exaggeration. And all you know, Caribbean people could exaggerate, but we are not exaggerating. These are 3 singers here.
Yes.
So,
True things.
Sharon,
I'm
we need
grateful. Thank
lessons.
you so much. Humble and honored at the same time for the
Oh
kudos.
gosh,
Happy to have you. You
Yes.
look wonderful.
I know, right?
beautiful. Sharon, big up you, girl. I'm not hearing now, you.
She's
Not
it's
too
quite a
much.
little bit soft. Okay, there we go. We got you.
Yes.
Okay.
So, you know what, Sharon? I just want to read a couple lines from your bio, but then we're going to let you take it away, okay? So, guys, if you're just learning who Sharon Phillips is, Sharon Phillips has been a musician all her life. Her voice is her instrument. Most locals would remember her from the days of 12 and Under and Baker's Scouting for Talent competitions.
Right? If you don't know what that is, she's too young for you.
And in those days, she was a prodigy just taking form. You know, Sharon, I want to leave the rest up to you because I don't want to read out your biology. We want to know what has been your journey so far. How did you become the legendary Sharon Phillips?
I, for one, I need to know how you do that, girl, because we struggling here trying to be international outside. If you don't sing soca, you're lost. So tell me, give me the blueprints.
Well, I am an only child to my father.
Ooh.
So I was a daddy girl, spoiled child kind of way, daddy.
Sharon, we have something in common, girl.
Yeah, well, you know, I had a really amazing father and a really supportive dad. And at 19, I had a problem in that I would have done everything that there was to do locally.
Right.
And I started becoming lethargic. I started becoming bored. I started becoming rebellious, you know.
Oh, wow.
My story is not one of just, you know, birds and bees and all of this, you know. I know what it is like to mess up. I know what it is like to disappoint your parents because maybe they had other expectations for you with certain things.
Yes.
But I also know about the story about forgiveness.
Oh,
you know,
wow.
and
Speak on the things, Sharon. Speak on
I get
it.
goosebumps.
the thing about it is my parents we all had to forgive at some point, ourselves and each other. My parents had to forgive themselves for expecting to live out their lifetime dreams through me.
Oh,
And
the pressure.
that would have created one problem, because at that time in your life, I'm still trying to figure out who I am. You know, I haven't gotten it together as yet. And at the same time, I had to forgive myself for not understanding the challenges that my parents had and the reason for the expectations and all of this.
Yeah.
So it was a lot going on. But I, from a very young age, I graduated high school at the age of 15. So I had very sound, intense education from a very young age.
Wow.
Because my mother and father never went to high school.
Okay. A lot of things make sense.
Interesting.
But your
So,
passion.
with them not having all these opportunities, I basically had only school and church and more school and church.
I
and
knew
then
it.
You said it.
I knew it. I heard your voice and I was like,
She grew up in
Sharon come from church.
Oh, yeah. Greatest, I do believe some of the greatest singers all began in church.
Yes, that's
Indeed.
the power.
Whitney.
Exactly.
Indeed.
Look at Tina. When you hear my
Oh,
voice,
boy, yes.
it's a bittersweet day for me, really sad day, actually. The last time I felt like this because of an international artist was when Whitney Houston died.
Yes.
My vocal range is between these two women in terms of vocal range and ability as well, technical ability as well. And today when I heard that Tina died,
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
It really did
I
resonate.
was a sucker punch to my ribcage
Yeah.
in that this woman opened the door. If you see me perform
Yes,
or you
listen.
hear me perform, Tina was never normal. She was never average. She was never the one to fit in. And society, the industry, Ike, her options, everything worked against her. And it wasn't until she forgave herself.
Sharon, I love how you tying everything into today's topic. I love how you tying it in.
All so tight.
That's wisdom.
Who have goosebumps?
Yeah. Because
Indeed.
she wasn't able to embrace the greatness that was Tina without Ike, without the industry, without society standard. And she actually made a platform for chicks like me. I'm not quiet.
Yes. Nor should you be.
Exactly.
I'm loud. I got some pipes.
And I'm sure that got you into a lot of trouble when you were younger. But then you realize you are no longer upstart and you have things to say.
So, Sharon, I think of Tina's legacy and I think of your journey, right? But also so much that you've accomplished being a black woman performing in Europe and the United Kingdom in a time where now we woke, but back, and I don't want to say back then to make it sound like it was a long time ago, but share with us about what those experiences were like, because it is extensive. We want to know.
Tell us.
It would be shocking to note, right, that I've gotten more love in Europe than I've gotten domestic.
Not
It's not shocking at all.
Okay, right.
Not shocking at all.
So tell us about, of course, you signed with a record at one point.
Of course. But my worst experience in Europe, where that would be concerned as a black woman stepping out there, is when I was actually given the Woman of Soul Award in Hanover, Germany.
What?
And as they couldn't, when you go to foreign, it's not Tobago anymore, it's Tobago.
Right, yes.
Of course.
So they didn't know where this Tobagonian was, and there is still some racism all over the world. We
Of
have
course.
it right here domestically as well. And I got these 8 stitches.
Wow.
We can't even
From
see
someone
it.
who thought that maybe I should not be in their country and attain.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And what year was that? Like around what time period was that?
This was like, when did I get this injury? Wow, this was like
Someone did that.
Yeah. That's what she's saying.
2010, 2011.
Wow, that's
But
right
this was
there.
recent.
Award.
Yeah.
It was my second award.
Oh my gosh.
under that.
And so you
And I
were
have
able to
so
move
much
past that and keep pushing and keep.
That's too close for
Yeah.
comfort.
Yeah.
It is too close for comfort.
Where that's your talent, but tell us about the amazing things that happened. I'm so sorry to know that took place.
I was able to sing for Angela Merkel.
Woo!
Wow.
Exactly. I was able to tour most of the world.
Yeah.
With Mustafa Gundogdu, most of the world would know him as Musti, out of Peppermint Jam Studios. I was also signed and published by Universal Records. I was able to sing the theme song for 2 movies, Panorama, and also in more recent times, like just the other day, the closing theme for Monster film. Monster
Yeah.
Family.
What? Congratulations.
Thank you. So what I'm trying to do with my craft, actually, music is one thing, but I do understand the purpose of us, we vocalists, singers, songwriters, musicians, in essence. And I think that when you connect to your purpose, you have a higher calling and a higher level of responsibility.
Absolutely.
Therefore, a different approach to your music. So although I would sing soca, I will also sing reggae.
Yeah.
I also sing classical music.
Everything, girl. Everything.
Jazz. Once you could sing jazz, you're pretty well rounded.
You're covered.
It's just people tend to stick there. But jazz has been that one safe zone that's never left me go. Music has been that safe space. Because I've been through a lot of stuff. I heard you all talking tonight about baby daddy and wonderful, issues you all would have had to go through. And let me tell you the greatest thing and most powerful thing I have to every day look into the mirror. I'm not the way I looked in 2015 on February the 4th. On February the 5th, I fell into a 10-foot manhole.
Jeez, son.
And most of my face was damaged. I got a stroke inside of an MRI machine. At that prolapsed side of my face.
Lady, you have stories you can tell, but my goodness.
She had to come back.
Believe me, I'm talking to you with 7 hairline fractures. And the doctors believe that because of the heavy lisp that I had, and I have a lot of injuries to my spine from the fall. And they thought I wouldn't be able to walk again, and I always was in heels, and I wouldn't be able to dance again, and a lot of the stuff that I'm into is acrobatic as well. So they thought that, a lot of that I wouldn't be able to do.
Yeah.
But to tell you something, it took me a while to be able to look at myself in the mirror and accept that even broken crayons can still paint.
Lady, drop some gems today, why don't you?
Whoa.
Even broken crayons can still paint. My goodness.
But the moment that I recognized that, I was able, with my impediments, with my infirmities, with my broken pieces, I was able to face the world and say, okay, I'm broken. That's my excuse.
Now what?
What's your excuse?
Well, because I'm thinking that with all of these things that would have happened, and I feel like I need to refer to you as Ms. Phillips at this point, because
Ms. Sharon Phillips
still managed, and not managed in a terrible way. You came on that stage this year for Tobago Jazz and mash up the place.
What was that experience like for you, Sharon? Because you would not stop in. This woman was just...
It's really a lot. For the longest while, I've been trying to get some attention, the right type of focus rather, to be put on building out and really, filling out an industry instead of a hustle.
Yes.
Especially in the Tobago space, because the issue with Tobago is that Tobago per capita has more talented people than, I don't know, most of the rest of the Caribbean.
Wow.
Everybody can either sing well, dance well, drum well.
Rhythm in the bones.
Born with it in their DNA.
Right.
For real, we're very cultural over here. So it's like very, very heavy. And what I really tried to do with the jazz was to show us as a people first, because we are the ones to sell our culture. And if we are not first convinced, then we will not be able to convince anyone else. So first thing is I needed to show our people that we are good enough.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Agreed.
I mean, I've been on stages with
we don't have enough time with her, Sharon, you have to come back, You need a part 2,
I will, because we need to really dig deep and see. I mean, you two ladies are singers as well, so you all would know it's a lot harder for the females to climb.
Yeah, because
without having to take off the good panty, right?
Yeah, because ladies and gentlemen, if you all see this bio,
you have to read it, because Sharon is not giving us she doesn't want to say all the accolades she has.
Accolades like that. So listen, we have established that you're coming back. Right? But I do want to ask, what is new on the horizon for you? We're told that you're prepping for a tour coming up in 2024. How is that coming along?
We're trying to curate music and an experience. If you looked at the jazz, It was some elements that you didn't expect. Like, yes, you may have seen a wardrobe change before, but could you imagine going through 3 of those without the artist leaving the stage?
Of course.
None of them taken more than about 8 seconds.
Right.
I
love that.
Could you imagine the incorporation of taking our music, as whether it be soca or calypso, but elevating it to the level, for example, of what I did as the introductory piece of Slave?
Oh, wow.
You know, that was an entirely different concept. It's not what we do so much as how we do it. Because we're trying to sell ourselves to completely different cultures. So what I'm very big on right now is creating and curating an experience. It's going to be much more than music. As you know, I'm a designer, wire vendor, I'm a sculptor.
Oh, amazing.
I'm a complete.
So if persons are trying to now aware of how talented, multi-talented you are, and they're gonna, after this, they're gonna research you and check out your stuff and perhaps see your bio and really get how experienced you are, because I think experience speaks more than anything else. And I could tell, like, Miss Sharon, when I saw, I mean, I wasn't privileged enough to go to, you know, Tobago, like this one here. But when I heard your voice, I was like, yes. So if somebody is trying to get in touch with you to maybe manage or teach a little course, or even like mentor our young girls who need that sort of guidance with your plethora of experience and, you know, talent, is it possible?
I of course, but I am managed by JCM, right? JC Management. Anyone can contact Miss Dani Job.
Right.
She's open for all.
Yeah, because we need you across here singing. We need you in Trinidad.
At 719 758 5303. They can contact her at that number. I'm Anubia Phoenix Nile on Facebook. Make contact P_Sharon. Make contact on Instagram anywhere, and it's going to be directed to a place where we could work together. Because I would love to pass a lot of this along.
Yes, Sharon. Before you go, we do want you to impart some of your knowledge, your wisdom, your advice on any of the young ladies who would like to follow in your footsteps and are looking up to you as an inspiration. What would you say to them? What advice can you give?
I am 43 years old.
Wow.
I have had a lot of options of fast tracking, of speeding up, of getting there right now, of having it all.
Right.
But I grew up with old people who taught me the joy of achieving things on your own.
Wow. Yeah.
Speak the thing.
One of the hardest things that we're going to have as female artists to understand is that the attitude that we may approach a relationship with should never be the attitude that we approach this particular field with, especially because if you in a relationship have the mindset that the man is to provide and to take care and to just keep spoiling you and showering with you, in this industry, you're going to be used. You're going to be abused. You have to be wise. You have to be intuitive, but you have to stay focused. Take your time and climb. Enjoy the climb. No one tells you at the end. You're hearing artists now internationally regretting that they did not take the time to climb, that they made deals, that they did things, and now they're fearful for their lives. I could tell you it was a slow climb. It was a painful climb. But when you climb like that, you could sing like this and nobody could take that away from you.
Nobody.
We program our daughters, especially the young ladies in society today. We program them to be so disillusioned
and fast track.
The physical things, like you could just money or a big car or I don't know, Brazilian, I don't know. Give up their chastity, they give up their morality, they would give up everything that their parents and their grandparents and their aunts have fought for. Give them an opportunity to stand and fight fairly just with your talent. You should not have to take that good panty off, not mentally, not spiritually, not physically. You are never supposed to compromise who you are.
Yeah, and we have so many avenues now that you really don't need. You literally don't have to have that option. You go do your thing, and you can do your thing.
Let me tell you something. You shouldn't have to go through that because of the options that we have today. But guess what?
You think it's still do?
It's a man's world.
Say the thing, somebody. Because I was now mulling over whether or not we should ask her. Listen, Sharon, keep singing. Woo!
Tell me.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, I have.
Listen,
Stop getting
Sharon,
goosebumps.
there needs to be a part 2 to this. You need to come, and we would love nothing more than to have you here in the studio in person with us. Danny was not lying. She was not lying. Danny told me, listen to me. Sharon Phillips is not a singer-entertainer. She is a creative extraordinaire.
My
Sharon,
gosh.
she was not lying. She was not lying.
I'm really into all the creative. I mean, I have a lot of education. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But I opted to go this way because I'm better able to express myself without limitations if I'm being creative on my own, as opposed to being in a controlled environment. I don't do well in controlled environments.
All right, indeed. Listen, guys.
The average hurricane will not do well.
Absolutely. The incomparable and inspirational Sharon Phillips. Sharon, I wish we could have more time with you, but of course, with this Zoom call, they only allow us 30 minutes.
Right.
So, and we're nearing that time now. So, unfortunately, we have to wrap up this interview. But listen, Sharon, please, I'm going to talk to Jelan.
Hopefully you can come in person so that we can have more than 30
hopefully
minutes.
nothing. She coming. Sharon.
I will, and hopefully when I come, we could do a nice girl talk with some
gosh.
and coconut bakes, because a girl could cook.
Hello,
Sharon.
I'm here for it.
She mentioned food.
I'm here
She mentioned food.
I am here for it.
Let me call this girl one time.
Say less.
Wow.
Look it out.
What
Guys,
a pleasure. Thank you for spending this time with us.
Indeed. Guys, if you're just joining us, we were just featuring our spotlight guest, Ms. Sharon Phillips. She is amazing. She's multifaceted. She is from Tobago.
Right.
She gave, if you ask me, one of the best performances at Tobago Jazz Experience this year. Guys, we have to have Sharon back on this
And you
show.
can check out her stuff. It's all on YouTube.
Yes.
And I would suggest you do, because if you've never heard of her before, you've been under a rock and missing out.
Absolutely. Sharon, we're going to be running some of your music after this.
Yes.
So, listen, it's been a pleasure. We love you. We love your energy. Danny wasn't lying, lady. There's something about you. There's something about you, right? We will have a full show. Where you...
It's that self.
All you.
It's that self.
I love.
Sharon, we want to thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
She's an island girl herself.
Yes.
The original island girl. What she is.
Calling me the island girl.
But
Guys.
we are going to take... thanks, Emily. I appreciate it. We are going to, of course, take a really quick break again and be back with so much more for IGT. Sharon, wishing you a wonderful rest of your evening. And until
Thank you, love.
our next time. Keep it locked, y'all. Island
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
I love her.
Me too.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
Take my hand and fly away. Fly away. You already have the rest of me. Take my hand and fly away. Fly away. You already have the rest of me. Face to face, the way lovers do remember. Place to place, they can't tear us asunder. You and me, not even time controls us. Stay with me and let's make love forever. Take my hand and fly away. Fly away. You already have the rest of me. Take my love and fly away. You already have the best of me. Take my hand and fly away, because you already have the rest of me. Take my love and fly away. You already have the best of me. Take my hand and fly away. You already have the rest of me. Fire burns, water flows, where it goes, no one knows. You and I look so good together. Sugar melts, I accept. Off my feet, you have swept me into a web, and I wanna lose myself into this place. Look at the smile upon my face. See, I've been loving before. On a roller coaster, I couldn't find my way. Then your love came into my life and everything just changed. I thought I'd been in love, but never known, not like you were the one who gave me a reason to carry on. Now you got me believing that you're the one. I thought I'd been in love before, but never known, not like this. Look into these dark eyes, see what beyond them lies. You got me, and now I got forever. And there's nothing compares to the love we made when we unite. The fire you gave me changed my life. You know, you convinced me. I never knew love could feel this way. See, I've been living before on a roller coaster. I couldn't find my way. Then your love came into my life and everything just changed. days I lack the strength to carry on. You gave me fire in the rain. You give me healing for my pain. And you know what you do, so you do it again. And you do it again. Then we do it again and again and again. Before on a roller coaster, I couldn't find my way. Then your love came into my life and everything just changed. I thought I'd been in love, but never known my life. You were the one who gave me a reason to carry on. Now you got me believing that you're the one. I thought I'd been in love before, but never known not like loving before. On a roller coaster, I couldn't find my way. Then your love came into my life and everything just changed. I thought I'd been in love, but never known not like you were the one who gave me a reason to carry on. Now you got me believing that you're the one. I thought I'd been in love before, but never known not like loving before. On a roller coaster, I couldn't find my way. Then your love came into my life and everything just changed. I thought I'd been in love, but never known not like you were the one who gave me a reason to carry on. Now you got me believing that you're the one. I thought I've been in love before, but never known not like this. Ooh, baby, not like this. No, not like this. Something so pleasant about that place. Even my emotions had an echo and so much space. But when you're out there, I was out of touch. But that wasn't because I didn't know enough. No, I guess I just knew too much. Y'all ready? I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about this place. Even my emotions had an echo, so more space. But when you're out there without fear, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. No, I just knew too much. Put your hands together, let's have some fun. Come on. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Probably, yeah. In all this you were having the time of your life. But think twice. That's my only advice. Come on now. Who do you think you are? Bless your soul, yeah. You better think you're in control. I wanna hear y'all singing. Come on. Does that make me? Louder, come on. Does that make me? Over here, make some noise. Does that make me? That's right. Possibly.
And we are back, Island Girls and guys. We're back.
Island people.
Your Island Girls. I'm Crystal Kane.
I'm Nicole Wong Chong.
Camber Joe.
I actually like island people.
Islanders.
Islanders.
Island babes.
Island babes.
I was throwing
Give me
this
more,
around
give me
in
more.
my...
Island booze.
I have a list.
Island babes, not babes, because it's guys and girls.
I like guys and
Island
girls, you
pussy.
Island
know. Or
pussy.
guys and guys, because I mean
Guys
it's
and
a
guys.
woman show.
Thanks very
We go work it out. We work it out.
Or you can tell us which one you want to be identified as.
And
It's the
another
progression.
topic. This is the topic I've been avoiding, but y'all, let's not veer. Let me keep it going. Guys, if you're just joining us, you just missed a treat. We had the incomparable Sharon Phillips as our Islands Girls Spotlight. Let me tell you, that woman is impressive.
Sharon have real good energy.
Impressive.
Ms. Phillips.
She's amazing.
I have goosebumps just thinking about the conversation.
Can you guys imagine if she was actually here?
I would have cried.
We would not have finished
She would
the
have me
show.
balling.
I would have cried, you know.
We won't have
I
finished
love
the
a
show.
strong woman.
So,
Sharon
right. So when
Phillips.
she comes, remind me, make sure I know, because I need to put on waterproof makeup and mascara.
Right? Sharon Phillips, big up you.
Yes.
Right? Big up you, Miss Lady. I'm blown away.
While you're blown away, Nicole might want to tell us why we might be blown away.
hopefully Sharon could come for our second anniversary. So, you know.
Oh,
Sharon, you are invited.
Listen, don't leave me.
Wait. Nicole, big up you.
That is the
So,
idea. You know, Campbell
If you are just
Sharon,
joining
we go
us,
talk.
we just want to let you know that we are celebrating our second year anniversary. Yay. So you are all invited. We're not just celebrating by saying that, you know, it's our second year anniversary. We are having a big bram, a big sesh, a big party, and we are inviting you to come celebrate with us Saturday, June 17th at Sound Forge. Get ready to celebrate with games, welcome back drinks, guest artists, performances, and special presentations from all of our favorite O.U.R personalities.
That's us. It's really, when they say favorite, it's really us.
Oh, gosh. We ain't doing that.
Oh,
Only one Jarrell come in here and bust me
you
up.
know what?
I mean,
I'll take a backseat.
you could tell
the
us.
Jammets?
You could tell us who your favorites are. You know, you could feel free to post that. And just like last year, admission was free. So this year, it's free again. Before 12, once listed. So how do we get listed? And you know, always want to come in at
You know, tell us
12:05 and be like, my name there. The people say, the people did say 12.
We'll let you in, but we'll also
Okay.
collect your money.
Oh, Lord.
To get listed, send us your full names via WhatsApp to 467-4OUR. That's 466-4687. So I said 467, but it's actually 466-46087, right? And our email is party@OURradio.fm. I'm going to say that again. party@OURradio.fm. Right, so you have to keep it locked to find out who else is performing. Maybe we might have giveaways. I don't know.
Maybe. It's a guarantee. We're definitely going to have a lot of giveaways.
So
So
much is in
come
store.
on Saturday 17th. Let us know who you are. Make friends. Become islanders, island babes, island
people.
society. You know, we'll figure it out. We have jerseys and everything.
Of course, we just got a reminder. We have Nigel Rojas,
Who's already confirmed.
wow.
Of course, and he's,
you
of
know,
course,
he was confirmed
legacy,
last year, but he had that accident with his leg got jacked up and he had to recover, and it was so unfortunate.
So,
but he's back.
getting ready to really
so now-
celebrate.
yeah.
Okay. But Chris,
And with that, we commence
Oh yeah,
our
I
sip and
enable.
spill segment. Cheers! We are singers here, you know. Let we hear that voice now.
Thank
We know
you
you're
to
classical
Caribe.
singer.
it will come
Right?
right.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And of course, what do we do during our sip and spill
We do
segment?
our due diligence.
Where we sip.
Oh, we sip it. Add a funny camera.
And we spill.
And we spill. What we spilling? Well, you go find out. But before we do that, you know, we got to read the little scripts,
Okay, yes.
right? Listen, we have some new scripts there, so
Right.
don't be too
D-drama.
alarmed. Dare into the unknown with Caribe hard ciders, all new flavors. Caribe Brut and mimosa and discover a taste that's perfect for you. Still gluten-free and all natural, so you can enjoy every moment guilt-free. Since when gluten is good? Anyway, let me go. Carrie May Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary. I love reading these scripts. Carrie Bay Corbin, we need to do an ad.
I couldn't tell.
Well, they
I don't know. I will start
I'm
learn
not
to
sure
pose.
they're ready for that.
You don't think so?
Who that was?
I'm going on Pinterest.
Something about these scripts just make me want to. This is what they bring out.
Yeah.
I don't know what
I'm
that
going on
accent
Pinterest. Going on Pinterest and learning how to pose with a bottle. That's what I'll see. I'll be ready when they call. I'll be ready.
Right?
Okay.
So of course, I will be carrying on the legacy for this evening.
Indeed.
With a couple of questions, Katie.
So you and Katie gonna spearhead the questions today.
I feel
that's
like
what you're telling me.
Katie,
Okay.
Nicole,
I have a question.
Give me Katie. We calling her Katie. Oh my God,
questions.
Katie, we love you. We miss you.
I'm gonna channel my inner Katie for this evening, right? And gonna poke a little bit. I feel like Sharon,
my gosh.
Sharon hit those gems. And anyway, we'll come back
Just
to
know
that.
that when you're poking with these questions, you're poking yourself too, because you
Always.
have to answer them.
Always.
All
But
right.
we'll start kind of like Nicole. You had a question.
That's
so
true.
tell me or tell us.
I scared.
So
with
my
me.
question. So I have two questions. I'll go with one.
Oh, Lord.
All right. Oh, you came it off. All right.
So one question is, so you all know we're talking forgiveness. Today's topic was forgiveness. So tell me. No, the second question, juicy. I don't know. But I'll start off easy. So if y'all have seen Purge, the movies,
I've seen
the
Purge.
series. So if we were living in a society where they allowed us to purge, would you purge?
I've asked myself this question.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to
Sorry,
answer.
I purge it. No, I don't want to kill nobody.
What? But
You
that's
could.
the whole point.
No, you don't have to kill. You could go and deliver some black and blue, some good gunshots that is not lethally wounded, some chop up. I don't know. I'm just saying there are options, and do not limit yourself. You could be creative.
I'm
Do
a
not-
child of God.
Me too.
So
Most High God.
I feel like despite how I may feel about anyone, even the people that have hurt me most deeply, I will not purge. Because for me, I prefer not to cause harm.
Okay.
Back to you.
This coming from the person who had to have words with
Seething
her
with
Lord,
hate and
words
rage.
with her Lord and Savior Jesus
Yes.
Christ before she was given
I
blood
can sit-
to save the enemy.
I can sit with seething hate and I can still choose to not harm you.
Y'all know I'm not buying that.
Does that make sense? To me, that makes sense. I can sit with seething hate and still not hurt you. So that's the answer to the question.
I have an answer.
What's your answer?
Oh Lord. Let me tell what's a guy. Malik, what you watching before? I'll say, guys, okay. I will purge, but I know exactly who and why.
Correct.
I will purge and kill
Well, you're
all
purging.
pedophiles and rapists.
Okay,
fair enough.
I will do it.
Okay.
Anybody that I know is I'm going in the jail and look for
So
the
you just drop in.
pedophiles.
Yeah, but not everybody. Oh, you're specifically looking
I
for
want
them.
the pedophiles and I want the rapists. And
So
I
in
purging.
the chat, y'all can tell us if y'all purging or not. Because
yes, you want to know. This is
and
a
if
great
there's
question.
no judgment here, we're not living in that society. But listen, if you say right now at this point in time, I am going to purge, that means you either need to be comfortable with that answer or you have some work to do on yourself. That's where I was going with the answer.
My word. Colin Agard says, I need to get listed so that I can graciously decline. That's what and then he says, that's the same Nicole who says, I need therapy. So eager to purge.
I told you
Patana
I
Lister?
have numbers for therapists. I didn't say I didn't use them.
Oh my goodness.
Listen,
Okay.
I
I
think
would purge, but I want to purge
very
and
specific-
In a
bad
systemic
people.
way.
Yeah,
In a systemic, got you.
You know what? That makes sense. As all the mouths I have mouths, I can't see myself doing that. Like you started describing all the different ones. Like, even in my most seething moment of hate. I will sit and seethe with it, and I will journal, and I will cry, and I will do what I need to do.
Good for you,
and then
sis.
I'll just distance.
Good for you.
I can see it now.
Let someone come around my 13-year-old spawn picnic that.
Okay, now when
than
you
bad.
frame it that way.
Here now.
Fireworkman said,
nah.
He said, I'd purge, but I sorry, ladies, everybody got dead. Fireworkman, what it is you dealing with, sir?
Can I get someone to purge on my behalf?
No, that's not how. That is not the question. How are you trying to tweak my question? You have a question?
I do have a
I
question.
would, I'm thinking about it now. I would definitely go ham on people who harm children.
Deal.
I would go ham and I wouldn't feel anything. I just don't know, but look where you going. You just take Island Girl talk down and talk.
You know what? This segment is called Sip and Spill.
It is. It's very true.
Spilling, so let we
Oh
spill.
gosh,
Let we
I like
spill
that.
something.
Give me a little.
Let we spill. Let's spill.
Big up you,
Steamy.
Nicole.
Yes. All right. So my question is not
This is
that
so good. I'm
it
just
is.
saying.
It's not that dark and scary. Rainbows and butterflies, please. But it's a long forgiveness, right? It's a long forgiveness. So when last? No, that wasn't what I want to ask. When do you feel shame about the things that, and it's not quite forgiveness, but when do you feel shame about the things that you might desire?
That's so interesting. Please ask it again.
When do you feel shame about the things you desire?
Never.
You don't feel ashamed for desiring things?
No.
I love that.
Shame is a kind of word. It implies that what you're desiring is shameful.
Exactly.
And who's to say what you're desiring is shameful? I mean,
By
if we
whose standards?
Yeah.
Society standards.
Well, that's why it's such a question. I saw it. I was like, oh
my
God.
word.
Katie,
I don't want to. That is definitely a Katie question. You go first, Nicole.
I think you should. So I abide by, just love, kindness. You should be ashamed when you intentionally cause somebody harm. Intentionally. This is outside of my page question, and that's if we were living in a page society, right? So let's get back to reality. If you intentionally cause someone some sort of harm, I think you should feel ashamed.
Yeah.
You should,
even if they deserved it.
Yes.
I don't know.
Like, who's to say somebody deserved it?
Right? So my thing is, that's why I like the question so much. The idea of shame is one of those things that we receive when we were conditioned to feel as though what we want is wrong. So I feel like I might not feel like I feel shame around desires sometimes in relationships or friendships or things that I want from people.
Wow.
Really?
I feel shame around the desires in relationships or what I want to find out from people.
Yeah.
So I feel it's you might say, I feel bad to ask, but do you feel bad or is it shame? I mean, not talking, I feel bad to ask for a drop. You might feel shame to ask for a drop because
that's
why?
the thing. I'm not sure shame is the right word to use in those instances.
No, some people feel ashamed to ask for money or for protection.
But it's
or
a desire.
It's not wanting to burden someone. Shame? Not really. You just don't want to be
but that's if they're
burden.
thinking about it that way. Sometimes people don't feel ashamed and don't want to ask because they don't want somebody to judge them, not necessarily be a burden.
So let me read the definition for shame. A painful feeling of humiliation or distress caused by the consciousness of wrong or foolish behavior. So when you think about feeling ashamed for asking for someone to give you a drop somewhere, is it that you feel humiliation that you yourself don't have your vehicle? Is it that you feel shame for asking for someone in a relationship to maybe provide something to you because you feel like it's foolish to ask for an extra hug? Or you might desire that extra last kiss.
It's foolish to ask to do a sexual act that that is taboo, or if you feel ashamed to talk about your desires, that's a thing. That's a real valid thing.
That is
or even children maybe made to feel ashamed because they don't have a certain snack in the lunch kit, so they don't want to open the lunch kit in front of everybody.
Hi. So when do you feel shame
All lovely
about
examples.
having a desire?
I am not sure that I have had an experience just yet where I feel ashamed. Okay, yes.
Where you felt ashamed.
Comic sort of one. This is going to sound really bad. I do, like everybody on the planet, I have bad thoughts. And I actively work on thinking good thoughts in my mind to just keep a vibration going, a positive vibration. Ask my cousin whom I share everything with. I'm like, my mind. I have to intentionally keep my mind in a certain realm, right? And you know, it have people that they have done nothing to wrong you. They just have energy or a look that makes you want to just slap them.
Yeah.
I've felt ashamed once. As I said, it's maybe a poor or weak example, but it's the only thing I could think of because I generally don't feel shame. Even I could fall on a stage during a performance and work and spin that and not feel shame. You know? So I've been in so many extreme...
Oh, really?
I'm still asking.
I've been in so many extreme situations over the years that I've learned to laugh at myself and learned that it's okay to be silly and make mistakes and fall on stage in front of hundreds of people and still be okay.
Chris, I literally have to jump off of that because I think I relate exactly that, and that's what performing arts does for a human being.
Okay,
I know we're not talking about that.
No, I'm going to ask the second question. Okay, go ahead. No, you finish.
I didn't answer the question. So finish, Nicole.
Right. So I just want to plug that in there for anybody listening. If your child has the idea of going into performance arts, it doesn't mean that they want to give up on everything else, but it gives you so much confidence, so much like reason and ability and inward strive to talk up for yourself. Like that's a huge positive. Sorry, Chris,
Indeed.
go ahead.
No, of course, no, love it. So in answer to Kimber's question, there is a time where I felt shame for wanting to just slap the skin off of someone's face for no reason.
That was your desire.
Just the weirdest energy. They had the weirdest smug.
Wow.
So weird.
That might be intuition.
You know, people who are smug and they you can instinctively think that they feel they're better than others.
Yes.
Maybe because they have money or power or status. It was a person like that, and the smugness made their face contort in a way that just made me sick.
Nah.
All right.
But
and then I felt like, Crystal, no, you can't just walk around feeling to slap people.
But sometimes that can be intuition. You know, you might be feeling something that is actually there.
It's true.
Whether it's there or not, the thought of slapping them was bad. It was
acknowledging the thought is good.
All right, so keeping it nice and light or moving into light. That was my easy question. I had to, but because I thought of us all being performers or growing up in that stage, right? No pun intended stage. Would you rather forgetting all of your words mid-performance?
What?
Mid-performance. Would you rather forgetting all of your words? You're talking like high-stake performance. Forgetting all of your words or high-stake performance enduring the worst wardrobe malfunction mid-performance.
Wardrobe malfunction, son.
That's easy.
Wardrobe malfunction for one Adam.
Peasy.
For 500 Adam.
You ain't forgetting them words.
That was hard.
Yeah, that's why I asked it. I was like, we're all performers.
That is why I have my iPad on my mic stand, because I cannot deal with forgetting lyrics, son. I am too much of a perfectionist, and the way my OCD is set up, if I forget words, I will die. Well, bring on the wardrobe malfunction.
I knew you were going to say that.
I have forgotten. I much rather forgetting words than a wardrobe man, because your girl is not a trained dancer, so I can't flip into nothing. That ain't happening.
No,
but what I could do is break into good night, everyone. I hope you all are having a good time. Are we enjoying? I could break into a monologue for you.
I feel like we need to get Sharon to tell us how to overcome that. I think for me, I would I don't know, you know. I feel like either one for me it's fine. Like I will find a way to flip
Wardrobe
it.
malfunction, nothing we haven't seen before. Bring it on.
Right?
Nah, I can't
but
do it.
I actually think of there was a performance. It might have been Aretha Franklin. Patti LaBelle had a performance where she forgot her words, and my girl was just singing and engaging the crowd, and the crowd was singing.
That's what I said.
Right? So
that.
I feel like me not wanting to have a wardrobe malfunction is in line with me. Okay, well we'll scatter that.
You know, you had mad high stakes.
Yeah,
so when you say high stakes, that's a whole different ball game. I is not forgetting no lyrics.
You'll just go naked. It's a bikini.
What's her name? Who sang I came in like a wrecking ball? Miley Cyrus had a big one, even bigger than before.
Yeah, than Janet.
All right.
So that was my
but she wasn't in competition though. She was like, you know, it's a okay. Anyway, I go take my words because I literally have forgotten words and make up words to the song on.
That's the worst for me. No, me too. I hate that.
You will get real oohs. You will get ahs. You will get That's what you'll get.
Right now, I'm working and learning some of them Afrobeat songs.
Right.
Baby, come down, calm down. And I like, bro, if you don't get this shit together,
look at you be doing the most. We love that energy. So my last question, because I know time is quickly dashing by.
Yes.
So my last question is a goodie, and we could continue. It could be a to be continued question.
Okay.
So if you. This is what we're sitting on tonight. We don't have to answer it. If you have the option, you're grown, you're at a stage where you live your life, and you have the option, this man come to you, or whatever tickles your fancy, comes to you and says, hi, so I think you are really awesome, sexy, best, the bee's knees, sliced bread, hey! But you can be the side chick because I already am married, right? Currently married, wonderful woman. I ain't done. You lived your life.
It's Malik face.
You live your life, and you really just looking for you. He not telling you not to. All you can't do is go to the functions and pose on Facebook. And his wife know you're not hurting anybody. She knows she okay with the lifestyle. You getting an allowance. You getting you has to pay nothing. You has to pay nothing. And she know. And when he with you, when I tell you, he's the most affectionate, most
girl, nothing.
Let
me just stop her right there now, Kemba, let's just stop her. The answer is no.
Really?
No.
Not Sharon.
I hear
there's so many things wrong with that.
For
so
you.
many. We love that for you, but hell to the no.
Yeah.
I mean, you see me, right? You was talking about cute earlier in the show. You see me, right? You see Kemba, right?
Oh, the crystal
no, and I have gotten.
She's not here.
I've gotten all kinds of offers, but not a single man ever asked me to be the side. Do I give side chick energy? Hey, do I give side chick energy? Let me just be real.
The answer is no.
The answer is no.
Ladies
so you rather struggle?
But who says struggling?
No, I'm telling you, you're struggling. It's in the question.
The hypothetical woman is struggling.
Yes.
Well, baby girl, we go eat dirt.
Yes.
It's dirt we going and eat.
You know what?
Because
right
no, the answer is no.
All right.
All the no's.
Whew, that was. We really need to. Ladies and gentlemen, listening far and wide.
I love that happens. I think she should bring these questions more.
I'm ready. Because we separate.
True.
It have women out there who literally would be okay with it,
and we love that for them.
So So I'm just saying,
the perspective, like you had me thinking.
Nobody's judging you.
Had me thinking.
If that's your
it's
thing,
it's not about judgment. It's about no. I am main chick energy. Main wife energy, main person energy.
Only wife
I have been somebody's entire universe. You know what it's like to be loved unconditionally, multiple times in multiple relationships. He's map now. All of that to be somebody's side chick.
Okay, so
yeah. We have Crystal's answer.
And what money is the motivator here?
No, I said
for a woman like me.
He is attentive.
No, he could never be
for a woman like me. Material things is not the way to appeal to me. So that is never gonna work.
It's a no for me too.
Okay, all right, for me.
Before we go to commercial, Chris,
I need to read the chat.
We do, yes.
You were saying?
No, I was going to say before we go to commercial, tell us what's in the chat. I got you.
Right. Well, right. So we have, of course, this Colin Egan. Colin Egan was your scene boy. He says, my purging would involve some white collar crime. My banking accounts had to look good when purged. That is not what purging is about. Purging is about letting out your anger and your rage by taking a life.
We have to give
context what purging means.
Rage against the system.
As grotesque as it sounds, that is literally what it is about. So easy we have not Colin. Oh gosh, let's go back to calling me dwarfs or something. This ain't working for us.
Colin is okay.
Wolfman says, nah, just learn to always be the best you can be, of course. Jarrell Forbes says, someone in the room said, if you desire someone's husband, would you feel ashamed about that? She was giving us her Yes. That's a good one, Jarrell. I would actually feel ashamed about
wanting someone,
lusting after someone's husband.
Yes.
Have you ever been there?
No,
man.
I might look at you and be like, you're nice, and then move on.
But it's possible. It's absolutely possible to lust for like a short time too.
To acknowledge that's a good man, but then
move on.
Because that you're married is a turn off already.
It is literally, you need to make that decision.
Yeah, boy.
Unavailable.
Chazelle Fleming says, Simpy! She nicer, you know. I put her as our, what you call it, fan love person on Saturday.
And she felt like
she's beautiful.
She inside out.
She says, if I ever do feel shame, it's because I feel like I should provide it for myself, but I've been getting better.
Amen.
I mean, it's okay to accept assistance or ask for assistance. I mean, you don't have to bottle up all the time and handle shit on your own. I had to work on that, but my point is, yeah, you can't be my sponsor, my angel sponsor with a wife and all of that, and like too messy.
Love it. I love it.
You gotta look at the spiritual part of that too. I mean, gosh, there's so many levels.
That is a very long topic. We can't really get into that.
Can we write that down to Nicole? Write down.
Okay.
Nicole,
write it down.
When we have Dion's thoughts and feelings saying, IGT team, I love all you. Well, we love you right back. And Colin is saying, if Janelle Monáe, oh gosh, could show so much mid-performance, Crystal, you could survive a wardrobe malfunction. I agree. Speaking of Janelle Monáe, she disappointed me, but I'm not going to veer.
We'll talk about that next time.
She disappointed me.
We'll talk about that next time.
She disappointed me. I don't know if you all know who Janelle Monáe is, but she's a fantastic artist, songwriter, everything. And
of course.
She just sell out. She sell out.
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about it another time.
I'm making notes. I have my pen.
And with that, we wrap Sip and Spill segments. Guys, you're going to be right back, of course, with the lovely Kemba Joe with Let's Talk Trends. In the meantime, keep it locked right here to Island Girl Talk right here on our radio.fm.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
Sabi girl no dey too like talk. Animals dey in human form. Body man nobody like walk, but you must hustle if you.
And we're back, guys, with more show for you. It's your Island Girls. I'm Crystal Kane.
I'm Nicole Wong Chong.
Kemba Joe.
And guys, you have, if you're now joining us, you really missed some things. We were tinging today.
That's okay.
We spoke about forgiveness ad nauseum. We had lovely Sharon Phillips,
Liz,
Nicole, and Kemba had me rolling with some questions.
We had some energy there,
you know. And of course, it's time for our fourth segment, but we'll leave that to Kemba to do. But right now, let's do some due diligence. We have the second anniversary party coming up, right? So you all remember last year's celebration? Well, our radio.fm is doing it again. And we're inviting you to come celebrate our 2nd year anniversary this Saturday, June 17th. Not this Saturday, next month.
Yeah.
June 17th at Sound Forge. We graduating, boy.
Yeah,
bigger venue, boy. Right? Because we sell out the place last time, you know.
I love
space.
that. I love that.
So get ready to celebrate with games. What kind of games, Gerald?
Leave them.
What kind of games, boy? So we're celebrating with games, welcome drinks, guest artist performances, and special presentations from all your favorite our O.U.R radio personalities. That's us. That's us, guys.
And the Jammets.
And the Jammets. And True Talk No Lie. And The Grind.
Of course. Back to Black.
And Black to Black.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
And just like last year, admission is free. Freeness. Right? Before 12, of course, you have to get listed. So to get listed, send us your full name. Send us your full names via our WhatsApp number, which is 466-4OUR or 466-4687. Or you can just email us at party@ourradio.fm. Again, party@ourradio.fm. Keep it locked to our radio, as each program will be announcing guest artists every week, plus more info on how you and your team can win special hampers and more. And of course, we already have Nigel Rojas confirmed. What's that song? Every day is a celebration.
Yo,
come celebrate our radio's 2-year anniversary, Saturday, June 17th at Sound Forge.
Because of course, it's a wrap. But here's what is trending.
Wrap it up, man.
Our 2nd anniversary is trending. And with that, we commence trends. All right, my gosh.
Trends, so let's talk trends, my lady.
Let's talk the trends.
Let's talk the things.
Let's talk the things. Listen, so many things happening. I'm going to try to be as brief yet
informative.
I have to.
Give us.
Listen, y'all, if you were not in Black Box on Saturday, Chris, I'm watching you. But I understand. You missed.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I know. Money had to make. Things had to happen. You missed the most amazing event ever. And I'm not saying it because Keegs and Navy are the most vibes on vibes on vibes. I'm not, maybe I'm saying that a little biased. Shouts to you, Navy. Shouts to you, Keegs. Personalities, amazing. And they have such a wonderful chemistry together. But I was really blown away. 16 local acts. 16.
Really?
Every single person from Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
16
Amazing.
And let me tell you, this thing flowed effortlessly.
Oh, but they had a stage manager.
They came on.
Yeah.
They came off. Shouts to Dominique. Shouts to Nicole. We could not do that event without you guys and everyone else. They had giveaways.
No, wait. You don't tell me Nicole was a part?
We go talk.
Yep. You're keeping things from her?
The sponsors, they had giveaways, Subway voucher. Listen, it was everything. But those performances, I have to come back to the performances that stood out the most to me. And I don't want to be biased and say everybody. So I kind of narrowed it down. I'll say it big. I'll say it proud. I blush every time H-Choppy is on stage. Look, I'm blushing now.
I'm taking notes of that for questions next week.
I'm blushing now. So he was, of course, wonderful. I have to get out of the gate. But you see Sharifa? We have to get Sharifa on this show.
Oh my.
She has this energy. Her performance was diverse. She starts with a little something and then she heats it up and then she brings it back down. It was amazing. Sharifa was one of my faves. And then Jazzy Blaze. So not to put everybody business out there, but I actually know Jazzy Blaze from school. I don't know him as Jazzy Blaze. That's the thing. I know him before, but he's always loved music. And the very last time I had seen him, which was a couple of years ago, he was already into the music, and I just did not connect the pieces at the time. So his set and Rayon Elbowen, it was amazing. It was wonderful.
Okay, guys, we have to stop this broadcast. Earthquake. And I already told y'all, when there's an earthquake, Crystal Kane is out the building. So let we just monitor the situation. And
We're not going to stop it?
I know once this rain starts to fall, after that dry season.
Earthquake. You all right?
Well, yeah, I am not okay. That's my
didn't
number
feel it.
one fear. I felt it.
I didn't feel it.
Yeah.
I was okay.
Ladies
Did you
and
feel
gentlemen,
it? I felt it. Did you feel it? I didn't feel it.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you feel it? This is my worst nightmare materialized. For
That's
a
okay.
year, we have been talking about Crystal. What if we have an earthquake during Island Girls?
You're going to be okay.
But it stopped. We're all right. If it was longer, it would be scary.
All your right? Up now.
So
we're
going to
run all this up.
It's going to trend. It's going to keep trending. So yeah, TTNL, True Talk No Lie. It was amazing. Their 10th anniversary performance. Other things that are trending, ironically, they've named the hurricane seasons. Not the hurricane seasons. They've named the tropical cyclones. Let me be accurate. We have all of the names: Arlene, Brett, Cindy, Dawn, Emily, Franklin, Gert, Harold, Idalia, Jose, Katia, Lee, Margot, Nigel, not Rojas, Ophelia, Felipe or Philippe, Rena, Sean, Tammy, Vince, and Whitney. So, of course, the fact that it's named, as you mentioned, rain, we are in the rainy season. We're approaching it very, very quickly.
You know how they get those names? You know, it's like well, I just remember that. I don't know if they change it, but I remember from school that they said they just have a list of names and they just recycle them.
Any, many, miny, more. It is true. So, of course, what is trending is the rain that we're going to be getting.
Yeah,
and
rainy
we need
season.
to be mindful, be prepared.
Change your tires. Check your cars.
Stay tuned to all of the local entities.
Earthquake-proof your place.
Earthquake-proof your place. Storm-proof your place, right? Stay tuned, of course, to all of the official pages for those kinds of things. And then the last thing that I really want to talk about tonight, rest in peace, Tina Turner. That's one, you know, Sharon spoke about it earlier. She talked about...
And we're rolling.
Oh, God.
Rolling down the river. Sing the verse.
I don't know the verse to sing. Hey.
She knows left a good job in the city. Sing it all here. Come on. Working for the man every night and day. But I never lost 1 minute of sleep. And I was worried about the way that things might have been. I know you know this part. Sing. Big wheels keep on turning. Brown Mary keep on rolling. Say we're rolling.
Hey.
Come on, Harmonies. Rolling.
Hey,
come on.
Goosebumps.
Rolling on the river. One more time.
Oh, we're rolling.
Say we're rolling. Woo! Rolling. Rolling on the river.
All right.
Hey, all
right.
Play with Weirdo.
You get it once for the night, right?
Weirdo. Season 2, you know. Season 2, you know.
I like that.
You like it?
I like
I look this stank face. Look this stank face, Nicole. I like it.
I love it. Yeah, my heart fluttering. So of course, Tina Turner has passed away. She was 83, so she's lived. We know Tina has lived a life. You know.
Indeed, yes.
Shout to Angela Bassett, because that was the very first time I had learned of her story.
Yeah.
Angela Bassett, of course, played the Tina Turner and did an amazing thing. Tina, of course, one of the best rock vocalists and the most charismatic performers, has passed away. In a statement, her spokesperson said that she passed away peacefully today at the age of 83 after a long illness in her home in Kusnacht near Zurich in Switzerland.
Oh, wow.
So, of course, with her, the world loses a music legend and a role model. For those of you that may not know what we were singing, you need to look at Miss Congeniality 2. The second one was Sandra Bullock when they were in Vegas, because that movie is ridiculous.
The Tina Turner movie.
So they did a Tina Turner segment, and they eventually had to get away from the bad guys. And I just remember Regina King and Sandra Bullock's character in these ridiculous outfits after singing Tina Turner. Anyway.
We could just tell them Proud Mary, one of Tina Turner's most iconic songs.
I was going to go through some of the... No, we have it here tonight,
I'm sorry,
Chris.
darling.
No, I like it.
Adunia walk.
We're reading minds. That's what is important. So, of course, her list of hits is just, it's endless. Simply the best.
Sing the things, you know. Don't stop with your cap finish. You know, we better than all the rest. She keeps standing.
We will just a one line.
You had this problem with her. She always faking me out.
It's just one line. That's all you need.
No. We're pressed for time, but you can go we provide a playlist.
Simply the
does
best.
Have a walk to do.
We've got, of course, what's love got to do with it? Got to do with it.
I don't know what to do with these two.
What's love but a second-hand emotion? What's love got to do with it?
Because we pressed for time.
Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken?
Those lyrics speaking to me. Anyway, so of course,
all I don't do my
we've lost Tina.
We have to have a Tina session coming up. Look out for it.
It's going to be a huge send off because of the impact. You know, Sharon spoke to us about how Tina helped her step into the limelight as a performer, as out there she is.
Just an absolute inspiration.
Absolutely. So that's what's trending. And with that, we're up.
Let's talk trends.
All right, we've got one final pause that we need to take, and then we'll be back to wrap it up with our Empowerment Minute. Keep it locked to IGT.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
Yeah, you know. Only you. Only you. Only you can make me feel just like a king. Love you give to me so real. Makes me give in. Girl, just like make me to steal your love.
All right, y'all, we have come to the end. Wrap it up, Maddox.
Wrap it up, Maddox.
You know, Nicole, shouts to you because you kept us on. You're like, we gotta go. I appreciate that.
You like that?
I appreciate that very much.
I don't know. I think we would be here all night.
And the fact that she's a parent, she has the whole no nonsense thing going on. You keep us in check, Nicole. You do your thing.
So, of course, I do want to say thank you so much to everyone that tuned in. Thank you so much to everyone that contributed to our conversation. You know, I always feel so incomplete. I'm like, we're gonna talk some more. We talk so much on forgiveness, the challenges we face, the benefits, and of course a couple tips on how to get there. We shared our experiences. We had that conversation is going to stay like on the mantle of IGT moments is the conversation with Sharon Phillips. My gosh, what a phenomenal woman. I was
she's what I
you're
sorry, but she's what I envisaged when I thought about us interviewing powerful, strong, and inspirational women. She is the type of woman that I envisioned.
I can't stop thinking about it. And then we did our sip and spill, and we just wrapped trends. But now we commence. It's time for the Empowerment Minute.
And we're gonna give Nicole a chance to do it with us, of course.
It's time for the Empowerment Minute. Woosa.
I forgot the woosa.
That's all right. We woosa.
My bad.
We woosa. And this evening's quote is so beautiful. I like to just wrap it up with a little bow after we talk all the things. There's no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside of you.
Oh, please.
I'll repeat it and then I'll tell you who it was. There's no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside of you. Said by none other than the phenomenal woman herself.
Yes.
Maya Angelou.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes.
And I just felt like, I was just thinking of something that I do quotes all the time. I love to just get a little moment. And that one dropped in my whole soul.
Right.
And when I thought of forgiveness and I thought of the theme, being able to forgive, you have to talk about it. You have to talk about it. And IGT, of course.
Thank you for the validation.
Yeah, IGT provides our platform for us to talk about it and to open up the space for people to talk about those things as well. So again, one last time, there is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside of you. Said by Maya Angelou.
Yes, Maya.
It's a wrap. Wrap it up, Maddox.
And guys, like Kemba said, it is a wrap. We want to thank you guys for staying with us, sticking with us, of course. We hope you liked and share this live with your friends. You can do it even after. They can come watch it after the show.
You can do it now.
Exactly, right? And of course, remember, we're here every Wednesday at the new time, 6 p.m. p.m.
Yes.
All right, look out for more. We have much more show for you guys coming up, much more surprises in store.
Yep.
Just a whole lot of content for you. So keep it locked. We love y'all. See you next week. Oh, wait. We didn't do our slogan. You ready?
Yes, I am.
Go, you know. Island Girl Talk, where women are free to simply be unapologetically. Keep it classy, guys. Bye-bye.
Makes me give in. Girl, just like magnet to steal your love, keeps pulling me in. If it's a battle I fight for you, I have to win to prove to you my love so deep within. It's even getting deeper since I reached prison, longing for my baby to love me more. What am I longing for? Babylon release the cure. What am I longing for? My baby to love me more. What am I longing for? Babylon release the cure. When can't we see each other walking? And when can we see each other walking? I know that someone must be there comforting you whenever you need a friend. I'll make you mine. Give me some time. Surely make you mine. It may be long but not forever. Ever. Get myself together. I love you, baby. Always on my mind. No matter the time. What am I longing for? My baby to love me more. What am I longing? What am I longing for? My baby to love me more. What am I longing? Yeah. Babylon release the cure. No, only you can make me feel just like a king. Love you give to me surreal, makes me give in. Girl, just like magnet to steal your love, is pulling me in. If it's a battle I fight for you, surely win to prove to you my love so deep within. It's getting deeper ever since. What am I longing for? My baby to love me more. What am I longing for? Babylon, release the code, yeah. Oh, oh, oh,
Oh,